Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Six and Below. This week, we're taking a journey down to Argos to buy ourselves a Kraken. I'm Erik. This is Darren.
Welcome in to Six and Below Movie Podcast.
Cue the
intro.
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. Okay, how is this below 6?
I don't actually know. Which, it surprised me, really, because 5.8, isn't it? Well, yeah.
It is.
When we originally seen it, because we came across this, because Darren mentioned in one of the previous podcasts that he really likes Greek mythology and so on, and this and what's the other one?
Wrath of the Titans.
Wrath of the Titans are two of what possibly his favourite films.
It's up there, definitely. Like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, so while I was doing the edit, I was getting some off IMDb, and I ring him up, and I'm like, you never guess your two favourite films are below 6, right?
Not the favourite, but, they're up there. They're up there, classics.
Two of his favourite, of a long list, I imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is why we're here today. But I do have a question, though. So it's Clash of the Titans, but no Titans ever actually clash. And we learn in the beginning that the Titans are dead. So who's exactly clashing?
Technically,
yeah,
the Kraken is a Titan.
Is it?
Yep, and so is Medusa.
Right.
So, at the end, they clash.
They clash? Oh, okay. Okay.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, you do. Although I did learn that the Kraken isn't actually part of Greek mythology.
Is it not?
Or it has a different name. The Kraken, and the reason they left the name of the Kraken in this is because of the 1981 version where there was a famous line, "Release the Kraken!"
Yes. It's like a remake, isn't it, of the classic, like Jason of the Argonauts.
Yeah.
Last films, them. I love them.
Yeah. I've not seen the 1981 in years. But yeah, it's a epic film.
I remember one of the creatures on that. It was like human figure, but its head or the upper body was like a llama with like a horn. The old classic one.
What would you?
You used to have skeletons with shields. It was like stop motion, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I grew up on all them. I love them.
Getting bony.
It's getting bony in here.
Getting bony up in here.
Okay, guys, if you are new to Six and Below podcast, what we do, we review films what are below 6 on IMDb or 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. We go through them scene by scene, rate them, review them, give it credit where credit due, and mainly roast them.
Mainly, yeah.
Yeah, so don't take it too serious here. We do get a little bit crude, we get a little bit off the rails, but we're here to have fun. It's comedy.
Our language can sometimes get a bit bad. And when I say ours, I mean mainly Darren's. So you just need to keep an eye on him. But we are working on it, and we are trying to keep it PG if we can, guys. PG with elements of porn is how I describe this, if you're going to rate it.
Okay, shall we get straight onto the click quiz?
We may as well, mate. Because it's bloody cold in this studio today.
Yeah, it's gone to 6 degrees now, though.
Yeah, when we first came here, it was 1 degree because someone forgot to put the heating on.
That's true.
Yeah.
Out in the studio.
Shivering, that's why.
Do you explain the clip quiz?
Yeah, so every week Darren gets a clip from another film that stars one of the actors from this film, and he'll play a quick clip, and we have to guess the name of the film. It will be revealed at the end of the podcast, so please do stay tuned and see if you do get it right. But if you think you know what it is, please leave a comment below if you're on YouTube. Or you can contact us on sixandbelowpodcast@gmail.com.
That's it. That is SIX or the number 6.
Yes.
It will both come to us, so don't worry.
Yes.
And also, if you want to give us a little suggestion of any films, you can do it on there as well.
We're open to suggestions. We might not accept them, but we're open to it.
Yeah, they go into a big long list, basically, and the computer just randomates them.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
The Sky People have sent us a message that they can take whatever they want, and no one can stop them. But we will send them a message. You ride out as fast as the wind can carry you. You tell the other clans to come. You tell them Tarak Makto calls to them. And you fly now, with me, my brothers, sisters. We will show the Sky People that they cannot take whatever they want, and that this is our land.
Right, okay, if you think that sounds a little bit jittery, What I had to do an edit because it was like 2 minutes long, that speech. So I had to snip it down so I can get rid of the translations.
Right.
Mm,
I know what film that is.
good. So that's an easy one, let's be honest with you.
It is.
It's one of the biggest films that he's known for.
Yeah.
Oh.
Smurfs.
Don't give it away. Okay, The Vitals.
Yes.
Released in 2010. Runtime 1 hour and 45 minutes. IMDb rating 5.8. Metacritic 37. Amazon star rating, well deserved, 4.5 out of 6.
As normal.
Yes. Rotten Tomatoes. Right, okay, critics, you're bellend. Right.
Go on.
An audience, you're not much better.
Go on.
Okay, critics, 37%.
What?
Audience, 40?
Yeah. I think the problem, I reckon the problem with this was, with the critics, was I think they were probably comparing it, because it's a remake, they're probably comparing it to the 1981 original. So you're always going to have them people, it's like, oh, it's not better than the original.
True.
Which it probably isn't, to be fair, because I say that about some of the films that we grew up with. You know, I can't think of, like, well, when they remade like Ghostbusters and stuff like that, was absolutely terrible. One with the birds, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason for that, why it was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was just terrible. But yeah, the ones that kind of stick to the canon and carry on from where the original films left off, the ones with the kids and stuff, not that bad.
Yeah, they're quite good, actually.
Yeah, the Frozen Empire one, the latest one, wasn't the best, but
Not seen it yet.
It was 10 times better than that other one,
Oh, right, yeah, the female one.
the female one.
Yeah, just leave Ghostbusters alone.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. It's a
It's not-
classic.
To be fair, it wasn't even the fact that it was female. I know it got a lot of shit at the time because they cast an all-female. But they're really good comedians in their own right. It was just, it was just the way they kind of. I just feel like they just shit all over it.
Yeah.
Like literally trying to remake it. They should have just carried it on like they did in the later ones.
Yeah, that would have
You
been
didn't
better.
need to reboot the series.
No. Try making a money grab, wasn't it?
It was
It's how
basically.
popular it was back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Let's get back
Still
onto
is,
the
mate.
Vitals.
Still is, mate.
Budget, 125 million.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of CGI.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
A lot of CGI. Yeah.
I think it was
a
filmed
lot.
in a warehouse, let's be honest.
It probably was most of it.
Box office gross worldwide, 493 million.
Whoop whoop.
So it made money.
You can see why they made the second one, then, yeah.
Exactly. Get that cash while you can. Top grossing films of 2010. Toy Story 3, 1 billion. Alice in Wonderland, 1 billion. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1, just under 1 billion.
Alice in Wonderland, the one with Johnny Depp,
I think it is, yeah.
grossed
2010.
$1 billion.
Mm.
Jesus Christ.
Good marketing campaign.
Mm.
I mean, look at Barbie. How much that made?
Yeah.
And that was everywhere for advertisement.
Made me want to cut my dick off that film.
This movie was ranked 11th, so it's quite high up there. It was higher rating and grossed than the following films. The Karate Kid,
Right. Yeah.
one of your favourites.
Oh, yeah.
Salt,
Oh, that's the one with, dude. The Karate Kid was the one with Will Smith's little spawn, wasn't it?
yeah, the one who's a crackhead now.
Yeah.
Looks like one anyway.
They're making another film with Karate Kid, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah, with Danielson and I think Jackie Chan in it. There's someone, but I seen it when I went to watch that new Mufasa film. Mufasa film.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're making a new one with like I say, it's got Danielson,
The original Danielson.
the original Danielson,
Oh, what's his name now?
Ralph Macchio or something.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cobra Kai wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it kind of went downhill, I think, about after like halfway through like the second series and stuff. But it started off well.
First season was good.
It's when
Second season, yeah.
It's when Danielson and the other guy started becoming friends. It was just like, nah.
Nah. Stick to the originals.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
you were saying before. Another film that's one of your favourites.
Go.
Skeleton with a gun. Salt.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
That is a terrible film.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
And The Social Network.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Thing is, have you noticed, like, since is it Jesse Elberg or something? Eisenberg did that film. I don't know if it's just that he is Mark Zuckerberg, but he seems to play that same character in every film.
I think
that
it's just
awkward kind of
typecasted, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because he done so well.
he played it really well. But then every character he's played since, including like I'd even go as far as to say Lex Luthor in Batman vs Superman, it's kind of like it's basically just channeled his inner Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg.
I think it's one. I mean, once you get typecasted, you're kind of stuck playing that role.
Yeah, like the awkward kind of nerdy guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, okay, written, stars, and directed by.
Oh, this is my partner. Okay.
Yes.
So, this was directed by a lovely chap, and I assume he's lovely, because I've never met him in my life, is Louis Leterrier. Now, we've come across this guy before in some of our previous podcasts.
We have?
He was the director of Fast X.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this chap is known for, he did The Incredible Hulk from 2008.
Ed Norton.
Ed Norton one, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was a rough.
Ooh, yeah. The Transporter with our mate Statham
Rough.
from 2002. A film called Unleashed from 2005.
Jet Li.
Yeah, it looks like Jet Li. Yeah,
Yep, good film.
it's got a 7 on IMDb. Also, he did Nobby. Where's you see me brother Nobby?
It's just the third one that we've done with him.
He directed Grimsby. Yeah,
That was a good film as well.
yeah.
That
So
should have
go
been
and check
above
that
6.
Brothers Grimsby. We've done that one. We've done Fast X. Go and check them out after this. And he also directed another good film that I liked. Was Now You See Me. That one with the magicians,
That's good.
with like Mark Ruffalo and
Jesse Eisenberg.
yeah. That's a 7.2.
Yeah, I like that film, actually.
Yeah, it's got Sacha Baron Cohen's missus in it, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, or ex-missus. I don't know if they're still together. So, writers-wise, this film had 3 writers. We had Travis Beecham, and he is known for Pacific Rim. He wrote them. Pacific Rim Uprising, which is a 5.6, so we could probably stick that one on there if we wanted to, if it's not already on our list. And then we had Matt Manfredi. So he's known for he wrote R.I.P.D. with Ryan Reynolds, and who else is in that?
That old guy in it.
Yeah, I was literally going to just say the old guy, but yeah, I can't remember what his name is. That's a 5.6.
What do you think about that?
I try not to, I'll be honest, but it wasn't too bad.
I didn't think it was too bad.
No,
I mean, I just thought it was like an enjoyable film. Nothing great, nothing terrible.
Is it based on a comic book series or some kind of graphic novel series?
What you're about to say, is it based on real life? It's like,
No,
no
it's
mate,
not.
you don't come back from the dead as a police officer.
That would be like hell. I think we said this on one of the other films. Imagine if you died and then had to go and do your job that you're doing now. And they're just like, because basically in the film Ryan Reynolds dies and then becomes he's a police officer when he's alive, and he becomes a police officer for like recovering souls that have escaped and stuff like that, or some bollocks, I can't remember.
Along the lines, yeah.
Basically, he's a police officer in his afterlife, and he's just like, I can think of a worse hell. If I had to come back to do my job when I was dead, I'd be like, yep, I'm in hell.
You need to get a job that you like. And we need a lot more subscribers. So if you are enjoying this podcast, don't forget to hit that subscribe so we can maybe make some money off this one day.
Yeah, if this became my main job, I wouldn't mind dying and doing this in the afterlife.
Yeah.
You call it 6 and Below Spooky Edition.
Spooky.
We'd be like on the Hollow Man when we were invisible. Go and check that one out.
If you're sensitive, by the way, don't watch it.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, it's yeah. There's a lot of essay in there.
Well, it's not us. It's
No,
Mr.
it's not us.
Bacon.
It's a film. Yeah, Hollow
Mr.
Man. If
Bacon.
you've ever seen it with Kevin Bacon, he gets
Risky.
Yeah, he gets very frisky. We'll say he gets touchy feely while he's invisible, even before.
True.
He also did the screenplay for Ride Along 2, then ones with that little short fella. What's his name?
Kevin Hart.
Hart and Ice Cube.
Yeah, they're a bit shit.
Yeah. And then we've got Phil Hay, which I've seemed to have lost his details for some reason. 1 second.
It's just loading up IMDb, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. So we have the third writer is Phil Hay.
Yep.
Hey. So he wrote a film called The Invitation from 2015, 6.6. He also did the screenplay for Ride Along and also RIPD as well.
Right, so they worked together on a few films.
They did indeed.
It's just a bit better like that, to be fair.
This film stars main cast Sam Worthington as Perseus. 64 acting credits on IMDb. He is known for the Avatar films as Jake Sully. Terminator Salvation, another film we've done on this. Go and check that out when you finish watching this one. Obviously, Wrath of the Titans that followed up this one. Yeah. Couple of other films. A little bit of trivia about this fella. So he was apparently a bricklayer before becoming an actor.
There you go, guys. There is potential for you out there, depending on what your age is.
Yeah, so if you like laying bricks for a living, you want to be an actor? There you go. It worked well with Sam. He was cast in Avatar after Jake Gyllenhaal and Matt Damon turned down the role. So they were like, oh, he'll do.
Don't think Matt Damon would have been right.
No, could you imagine Matt Damon is...
No, Jake Gyllenhaal might have been all right.
Yeah.
But I think, he's done good.
And he was a finalist to play James Bond in Casino Royale before Daniel Craig was cast.
I don't like Daniel Craig in James Bond films.
Oh, I do.
No.
I think he did a really good job.
Nah.
All right, well, each their own. No wrong answers and all that, you know.
Roger Moore.
Fuck off, Roger Moore.
Roger Moore's a great one.
Roger Moore.
He's the classic.
I would say it was Sean Connery. Connolly. I can never say his
Roger Moore, then Connery.
No. I'd say Connery and then Craig. Maybe a bit of Pierce Brosnan thrown in just between there somewhere. Roger Moore.
Pierce Brosnan, really?
Well, no, but I just said that to anger you. But Roger Moore, Jesus.
Might as well say that Timothy guy.
No, Timothy Dalton or whatever.
That's the one, yeah. He done one.
Yeah.
He's awful.
There was another one that there wasn't like a fully licensed one that they did at the same time as, I think it's one of the Sean ones. Anyway,
sure.
We're not doing them films, so fuck that. And we have Liam Neeson as Zeus. Zeus himself, everybody. So obviously, if you don't know who he is, then you've been living under a rock for years. But he is known for Schindler's List.
What, Zeus?
Yeah. And Liam Neeson.
Oh, Neil Liamson, okay.
Yeah.
I was like to say, I don't remember Zeus being in
Yeah, Zeus is
Schindler's List.
Down High Street the other week. Yeah, he was in Schindler's List, yeah. So, Schindler's List.
Yeah.
The reason I say that, right, is I was at a local hospital a couple of weeks back, and I got into a lift, and in there I couldn't help but notice that the company that made the lifts was Schindler's, and I was like, oh my god, Schindler's Lifts. I'm not even joking. So Schindler's List.
Yeah.
List from 1993, which has a 9.0 on IMDb.
What is it?
Yeah. Classic film.
Hmm.
If you never watched it, you need to go and watch it.
Yeah, I visited that site.
Eh?
I visited that site where it was filmed. No, Schindler's List.
Oh, yeah.
The actual real life guy in the warehouses and stuff in Poland.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Oh. So he plays Oscar Schindler in that.
Mm-hmm.
He also stars in it with Ray Fiennes, who's also in this film.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously he's in the Taken films. 1, 2, and should we mention 3?
Not seeing it.
Probably for the best, to be honest. Just stick with, if you're going to watch Taken, just stick with the first one. Don't bother with the others.
Yeah, I've always seen the first one.
It was just a cash grab. They got lucky with the first one, which is a class film, I must add.
I mean, let's be honest with you. How many times can his daughter get kidnapped?
I know. At some point, you've got to stick a tracker on that bitch because it would make life a lot easier. Just stick a AirTag up her ass or something. Jesus Christ. I mean, at some point, you've just got to say, you know what? Just take her.
Yeah, just keep her.
Yeah.
I'm fed up now. It's costing me a fortune flying around the fucking world trying to save her.
Then he was Hannibal in the 18 movie, which was a bit...
I think that might be on our list.
And then we have The Grey, which I've never seen, but I've heard good things.
not seen it.
No?
No.
Then we have Rafe Fiennes, as he likes to be known, but it's spelt Ralph, which always annoys the crap out of me.
What's his name?
Rafe.
Rafe
Fiennes, he goes by, but it's actually spelt Ralph, so I'm going to call him Ralph. So Ralph has been in.
It's like Sean Bean.
Seen Bean.
Seen Bean.
Seen Bean.
Seen Bean.
Have you seen Bean? He's over there dying as usual.
I mean, it baffles your head a little bit, doesn't it, in English language when you think about it? No wonder it's like one of the hardest languages to learn. Because you look at the word bean, B-E-A-N, and then Sean, S-E-A-N. Why's that not seen?
God knows, mate. Words.
Words.
I'm not a wordsmith. If
18.
it isn't apparent. But anyway, our Ralph Fiennes, which we almost seen at Comic-Con a couple of months back, didn't we?
Was he there?
He was there, yeah.
Oh, we took a picture of him, didn't we?
Did we take a picture?
I think we did, yeah. He was signing somebody's stuff.
Oh, no, that was the other guy from Harry Potter.
Oh, it was him.
Was it?
Yeah.
Can't remember.
I'm sure.
The blur. Go and watch our Six and Below do Comic-Con.
Do you know what?
What?
If we kind of like prepped in ahead, we'd have like a nice little signed poster of him.
Yeah,
Or,
but
like-
that would have cost like 200 quid.
I know, but then we could like promoted the podcast,
Yeah.
get a picture with him,
Yeah.
do that, and then we say to him while he's there, say, "Do you remember Clash of the Titans?" He goes, "Yeah, it was a good film, that one." Well, it's rated below 6, so it's on our podcast.
Yeah. So if you wanna ring up and do a starring role.
Or do like a little promotion on your social medias.
Well, it's funny you mention that because that actually happened and we've got him on the phone right now.
Hello,
Yeah, right, Ralph.
Sorry, we couldn't afford him.
No, we couldn't. I mean, it was like 200 quid just for a photo. How much it's going to cost for a phone call? Jesus Christ.
Talking about cost-wise stuff for some of the stars.
Yeah.
Somebody I used to work with, that I know on Facebook still, he does like events and he hires stars to come down and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know Luke, the Nuke, Littler, the dart player?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how much it is for a guest appearance off him at the moment?
Got to be a couple of thousand, on it.
15 grand
15 grand.
for 20 minutes.
Jesus Christ. If someone wants to spend 15 minutes with me or 20 minutes with me, I'll do it for 20 quid.
Yeah. And Joe Wiley, she's 20 grand for like 20 minutes set.
Joe Wiley, the Radio 1 or Radio 2 DJ, or whether she's on now.
Yeah.
She's probably on Radio 3 nowadays, but...
Yeah.
Joe Wiley.
20 odd grand for like 20 minutes. Like, ew.
Yeah, sod that.
We're in
It's
wrong
like,
business.
have you ever seen... It's funny you mention that, because have you seen... You know who Matt Walsh is, don't you? The guy who did, like, What Is a Woman and all.
Yeah.
Well, I watched his new documentary a couple of weeks back, and he's going around all these like activists, these woke activists and stuff like that. And it turns out they make an absolute killing doing stuff like that. And he was coming up with the price of how much each of them charge for them to appear to do an interview in his documentary.
I know what you're on about
And
as well.
some of them are thousands. I can't remember the name of the documentary.
They made them all look like idiots, didn't they?
Yeah, because it was the one where he dressed up. He was basically pretending to be a woke guy. He'd got long hair and stuff like that, and he was going around and he was going to like meetings and stuff like that. But he was coming up at the bottom how much these people actually charge just to make an appearance or to do an event and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm not surprised they're pushing agendas so much because they're all making an absolute killing. You never really think about the money behind it.
A lot of money behind it.
A lot of money behind it.
It's like, say, guest appearances.
It's like did you see that one with the getting completely off topic here, but it's like a bunch of like middle-aged kind of white women inviting a couple of people along to basically just tell them how racist they are. It baffles me. I don't get it.
No. We're in the wrong business, mate.
We are. Damn it.
So our current rates are $1,500 for a 30-minute slot. If you want to book us, you can contact us on.
sixandbelowpodcast@gmail.com.
Right.
If you subscribe, though, we'll maybe knock 50 quid off.
Maybe.
You have to prove it.
Yeah. What screenshot and everything.
Yeah, and we don't want you to just subscribe, contact us, and then unsubscribe because we'll know.
We will know.
will know.
Because on the day we turn up,
Yeah,
we've got to see your phone.
we've got to see your phone. Anyway, back to the film.
And your nans.
And your nans.
Yeah, she's got to be unsubscribed as well.
Yeah, your nan's got to subscribe. We've not said that in a while, have we?
We're not, mate, no.
Tell your nan.
Tell your nan.
Tell your nan. Anyway, back to the film at hand. So,
Yes.
Ralph Fiennes. He is known for...
What did he find?
He found Harry Potter in the end.
Found Harry Potter?
Yeah, because he was Voldemort.
All right.
He was. Which, basically the same character as Hades.
Yeah, pretty much, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think when they watched it, they were like, this guy is from the Underworld.
This guy.
He might actually make a good Underworld sorcerer.
Yeah. I think they did, to be honest, because he plays it very similar.
Yeah, true, actually.
Yeah. So he is known for the Grand Budapest Hotel, which I've mentioned many times on this podcast, which you still need to watch because it's
still not watched
film.
it.
8.1 on IMDb. Obviously, the Harry Potter series, he played Voldemort.
Mm-hmm.
The Constant Gardener, which I've never seen, but there's a 7.3 on IMDb. And as I mentioned before, Schindler's List. And also, he was in the Daniel Craig James Bond films as M.
Oh, he was actually, yeah.
The later ones, yeah, once the other M dies. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so moving on, we have Jason Fleming. Spelt with a Y randomly. Fleming, instead of an I in the ing, it's a Y. Don't know why you chose that, dude, but each to their own, each to their own. Now, this guy, I was looking at him because he plays... who's the like the Quasimodo-looking guy who's chasing him all the way through? I can't remember his name. Caliso.
Oh, the old king.
Yeah, the old king.
Yeah.
It looks like Quasimodo on crack.
Yeah.
So it's
on
him.
steroids.
On steroids. So he was in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Right.
Yeah? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Have you ever seen that one? That's a 5.8.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's got our Shawnee, speaking of Sean Connery.
I'll stick it on the list then.
5.8, yeah. Deep Rising as Mulligan. And The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. He plays Thomas Button. Then we have the lovely Gemma Arterton, who they somehow made look not that attractive in this. Well, they managed it, but I don't know what it was. I think it was just because like every scene,
very pale and very dark eyes.
Just like every scene she was in, she was just
mopey.
They just said, just stand there and we'll film you every now and then. Like,
pretty much,
what they did.
Yeah.
But obviously, she's been in James Bond as one of the Bond girls.
Was she?
Yeah, I can't remember which bloody one though. Which James Bond was you in?
Not on IMDb, no.
No. So she was in Prince of Persia, Sand of Time. She was in the Saint Trinian movies. And she was in one that we've done previously, which starred Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. If you remember the film, The Murder Mystery.
Yeah, that was the one.
And then we have Mads Mikkelsen. Now, this guy, I was going through it and I was thinking, where the frick have I seen this guy before? But
who's that?
Mads Mikkelsen, the guy who plays Draco.
Yeah, it's one of the Hannibal films, isn't it?
Yeah, is it the Hannibal TV series that he's in?
I think it is, yeah.
And then obviously...
Ray Fiennes.
Huh?
Ray Fiennes, Red Dragon.
Oh, yeah. Red Dragon, yeah. So he was in... Speaking of, like, we keep speaking of James Bond today, but he was in Casino Royale as Le Chiffre.
Yeah.
Obviously, this film, he's been, the Hannibal TV series where he played Hannibal Lecter. He was also in Rogue One. He was in the Death Stranding video games. I don't know if you've ever played them.
No, I've not played them much yet.
Really weird. It's basically a walking simulator.
That's what's put me off because I've heard so many stuff saying like, it's about that. People
are very on the fence with it, but I played a bit of it, and it does. To be honest, the story in it just messes with your head more than anything. Like you're just like, what the hell is going on here? Well, that's the main cast anyway. We finally got to the end. Just a couple of special mentions. We've got Nicholas Hoult as Easy Boyus. I can't say his name.
No, I can't either.
Easy Boyus.
Yeah, I've just left him out most of the notes.
So Nicholas Hoult, you might know he plays Beast in the latest new class of X-Men films. He was in. Do you ever used to watch Skins back in the day?
Was he in that?
He was in that, yeah. The first series of Skins, yeah.
Right.
He was like the main character in it. I had to mention it. Our pal Pete Postlethwaite.
Yes. From
He
Warrington.
plays Spirios, yeah. So he's from Warrington, where we're from. Woo, 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 woo. So yeah, we got him in. Unfortunately, he did die. God bless his soul. But I always say, apparently Steven Spielberg did say he's one of the greatest actors he's ever worked with, and he's from our town. So yeah, have that.
Have that, folks.
Yeah, fuck you all. And then the only other one I mentioned is because I kept spotting it, and I'm like, it's the Hound! The Hound from Game of Thrones. Also known as Rory McCann, played Bello. Yep. He was in it.
Mohawk.
I think so. I can't remember his hairstyle, but he was in it.
Yeah, because there's quite a big stocky guy with Mohawk who gets killed pretty quick by the old king.
He gets killed.
Oh, is it
He's
by
the
the
first
scorpion?
guy to get killed by the Quasimodo guy.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
woods.
Yeah.
I thought I recognised him a
Yeah.
little bit,
The Hound.
Oh, no way.
So that's the lineup. I just wanted to give a couple of special mentions. So
I like it.
bit of trivia about the film,
Bit of trivia.
if you don't mind. Bit of trivia. So, the word Kraken, sea monster, is Norwegian/Swedish, not Greek. Early script drafts considered changing it to the Hebrew counterpart, Leviathan, famous from the Bible. It was changed back to Kraken as a tribute to the original Clash of the Titans in 1981 tagline, Release the Kraken! Surprisingly, the creature's Greek name, Ketus, was never considered.
Yeah.
Sam Worthington's sandals that he wears in the film are actually Nike trainers with toes painted on them. He didn't wear sandals because he needed shoes to perform the stunts as well.
Well, during the film,
Yeah.
there does actual switch between open toe sandals and then not open toes.
Nike Air Max.
Yeah. That's just what they did, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite funny, actually. That's quite funny.
The mechanical owl, Ubo,
Yep.
from the Clash of the Titans,
Yep.
1981, as a cameo, as a toy that Perseus picks up before he leaves on his quest. According to the filmmakers, the cameo was widely debated as whether to keep him in the film or not. It was eventually decided to keep him in the film to please fans of the original.
Yep, it's like a tribute for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that in my notes as well when he comes up.
What? The Stygian...
I'm sorry, mate. I'm
Stygian?
just looking at the A-Team.
Yeah.
Right, the A-Team. Right, believe it or not, the one with Liam Neeson in and
Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
You always
sorry,
say Nielsen, don't you? When you
I
say
always do, mate. I
Liam
always
Neeson.
call him that. And also Rampage Jackson.
Hmm.
Right. 6.7?
That surprised me as well. I would have put that below a 6.
Definitely. I was looking at it and I was like, what?
What's
No
it on Rotten Tommies? Because we might be able to do it.
Nope. 48 and 66.
Just need to get that 66 down a bit and
Yeah.
we can do it.
This is where you come in, guys.
Yes. Review bomb it so we can do it. The Stygian witches, I don't know if I'm saying that right, were actually played by men.
All right.
The story of the birth of Perseus is told by Io incorrectly according to Greek mythology. The correct myth is, if you want me to read it, it's quite wordy, or I can leave it out.
Go for it.
It's like 7 paragraphs.
What about if you just like briefly?
We'll just say it was wrong.
All right.
If you want to know more, Google it, because I have copied and pasted it in, and it's like 20 paragraphs long.
Is it?
Yeah, quite long. But that's a little bit of trivia. So yeah, should we any general notes?
I've not actually got anything on this one, mate, to be honest.
My only general notes was just like, why did no one bother to leave Argos once he gave them like literally 10 days to release the Kraken? Why does no one bother to leave?
Got that in my notes as well, mate.
We can get into that. So should we?
It's a bit silly, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've done quite a lot of talking now. Should we move into the movie?
Let's get into it, mate. Let's get into it. Right, okay, movie notes. So the movie opens up with a voiceover by our lovely Gemma.
Yeah.
About that the oldest stories are written in the stars, and that the gods Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades had a war with the Titans, i.e. their parents. Hades created the Kraken, defeated the Titans. Zeus became a ruler of the heavens, Poseidon ruled the seas, and Hades the ruler of the underworld.
He got a bit cheated, apparently, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a bit betrayed by Zeus
Yeah, Zeus
Oh.
was like, you know what, dude, you're in the basement. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck
In
with
a
that,
bit.
mate.
So when people in ancient Greece died, did they all go to Hades, or did some of them go to Olympus, like as in heaven? Because
I'm
I
not
always
real-
imagine Hades
sure.
is a bit like hell.
Yeah, it's more of like a heaven and hell type thing.
Mm.
But it doesn't actually show you that as such. But all it says is like, Zeus created man. The prayers of man feed the gods immortality.
Yeah.
But you see like little statues of the people.
Do we?
Yeah, he holds like a little carving and stuff.
Oh,
from
right.
one or two of the scenes.
Because I know they've got like that weird kind of like holographic projection on the floor of Olympus, don't they? Where they can kind of see the
FaceTime
earth.
the gods.
Huh?
FaceTime each other, don't they?
Yeah, but like they're all sat round in kind of a big oval, and in the middle of the oval, it kind of looks like the Earth or Greece or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're kind of all stood round watching.
True. They do actually, yeah.
Which I was thinking, God, if that's a real thing, they just kind of just walk over it every day, and it's you
Pretty
imagine.
much walk all over us anyway, the gods, don't they?
Well, they do.
Let's
They
be
do.
honest with you.
Damn you. Why we don't worship you anymore? It's why,
That's it.
Yeah.
So, over time, the man got fed up and started questioning the gods and
Yeah.
started to rebel against them. A child was then born, a boy that would change everything.
Yes. And if you've ever wondered where babies come from, we're about to tell you.
Yeah, because believe it or not, babies are not bought by storks. No, you find them floating with a dead woman in the middle of a sea.
Yep. They
Yeah.
come pre-packaged with their mother in a box in the ocean to be pulled out by a fisherman.
That is right.
Yeah. And he opens
Now-
the box up and he goes, "Yeah, baby!" And a still warm corpse of a fairly attractive woman.
Yes.
Do you think
So-
do you think he got a bit naughty with them, Mum?
So as you were saying, right, this fisherman is called Spyros.
Yeah.
I'm glossing over that section.
Shut
right?
up.
So Spyros, not Spyro the Dragon, has no questions whatsoever, doesn't report the woman's death of this one that he found, or the baby he just found in the water. He goes, "Do you what? I'll take him as my own."
Yeah.
I name him Perseus.
The thing is, though, while this is going on, Gemma Arterton's character stood on the shore, and she, before he even gives him the name, she goes, "Perseus."
Must have whispered into his ear.
Must have.
Stuff.
I think he was like, "What did you say? Perseus is a good name. What? Perseus? Oh, wait there, I'll swim out to you, for Christ's sake." And it's like, you're just stalking babies now, look.
Well, she stalks him throughout his whole bloody
Well,
life.
yeah,
We found
yeah.
out, don't we?
Yeah.
We skip forward 12 years now, and
Yep.
Perseus is now a man.
He's
And he's still helping
man.
his dad pull in empty nets.
Yes.
Oh, actually, wait, sorry, I missed a little bit here.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
several years later, so we do a lot of like time jumping, don't we, at the start? So it's several years later first, during a storm, young Perseus asks his questioning his father if he still loved him the same after they have birth to the sister.
Yeah.
And he turns around and goes, "Don't worry about it, lad. You know, I found you in the water. You know, got you for free of charge. Had a bit
Yeah.
of fiddling with your mum, who's dead. But,
Yeah,
you know, don't worry about it. I'll still love you the same."
fine.
Then it skips years.
At
12.
least you came with a free woman and a nice box. I still use the box. I store my fishing in.
Based on his fishnets.
Yeah. It's a very nice box. I couldn't throw it away.
Oh, it was lovely, wasn't it?
It was. It
Probably
was
could have
nice,
sold that for quite a bit, you know.
nice carving.
Yeah, yeah. I
was.
don't mean the woman either.
No. He did sell her for parts.
Yeah, fresh corpse. Fresh corpse, anybody?
Get your corpses.
So we skip forward now, 12 years later. Perseus is now a man, still helping his dad pull in empty nets from the sea.
Yes, because
They don't actually catch anything, do they?
no, because it's kind of weird that everyone in this kingdom knows, or in this world knows that, you know, you pray to the gods, you give them power, and they'll do good things for you. But they decide to not pray to them at all, ever, and then wonder why they never send them any fish.
Mm.
So Spiros is like, oh, fucking, someone's got to stand up to these bloody gods, you know, not giving us any fish. We're a fishing family. How are we supposed to like survive without fish? Jesus Christ. Not
Here's a
Jesus,
good idea.
Zeus Christ.
Yeah, here's a good idea for
Yeah.
you. Why don't you try fishing in a different spot?
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah.
You're on a boat, you could pretty much go anywhere, mate.
Maybe go where the fish are, you know?
Yeah, 'cause fish like to migrate sometimes. So if you're in the wrong area, you're not going to get fish, mate. Sorry.
Starting to actually, I never thought of this, but I'm starting to think that maybe he wasn't the best fisherman.
No.
It was almost like he'd found a boat and just thought, you know what?
I could try my luck with a net.
How hard can it be? I've got a boat, I've got a net. First try out there, I found a box with a lady and a baby.
And a baby.
And a baby. You know. So.
That's the only thing he actually found.
If only he
Throughout
was a
his
box
whole
fisherman.
film, in his whole career, he found a dead woman and a kid.
Yes.
No fish.
And that's they were still living off the dead woman.
Yes.
Because they had no fish to eat.
Oh.
And did they just live on this boat? Because, like, they're just sailing along.
I
And then
thought that as well.
Even at one point, he's like, they just go sleep in the middle of a storm on boat, cuddling up.
Yeah, and to do it on the beach as well.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe as a nomad.
Maybe.
Back in the day, nomad.
No, you're nomad.
Mm.
How do you even fight a god anyway, even if someone... Because he's like, someone needs to stand up to these gods, and it's like, well, how do you even fight one? Because unless... Yeah, how do you fight a god?
Don't pray.
Yeah, but...
But, yeah, physically,
Physically, yeah.
you can't.
Well,
Let's be
yeah.
honest with you.
It's like...
Well, they do try, don't they? Because the next scene, they actually arrive in the city of Argos.
Yes.
Not to buy new second-hand furniture or anything else to get replaced.
In case you're not in the UK listening to this, basically, we have a store in the UK called Argos. It's very well known. It's basically like a catalogue order store where you can go in, you browse a catalogue, and then you can order basically anything.
Pretty much anything, actually.
Pretty much anything, yeah.
Mm.
They
It's all
also
cheap
do,
shit,
like,
though.
home delivery and all that shit, but yeah. But yeah, so they're nipping to Argos to get some cheap furniture. Oh, you said they're not nipping to Argos.
No, they arrive at Argos.
Oh, they arrive at Argos.
Yeah,
They arrive
yeah.
at the local Argos. Carry on, sorry, mate. I'll shut
So,
up.
just as they arrive, Spyros is telling Perseus how fantastic the giant statue of Zeus is.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can hear soldiers destroying it. Good timing.
I know, talk about good timing, yeah?
So this huge statue is probably about 400 foot tall or something.
It's freaking mad. Who built that thing?
God knows. Just imagine like getting scaffolding up to the top.
I know,
Looking out, it's like a skyscraper.
Imagine, like, I always think with like massive things like that. Imagine like making a mistake and thinking, "Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to. I've made the face look wrong, or I knocked, or like the Sphinx where the nose is missing or something."
Mm. Or getting the balance right as well with that
Yeah.
huge bolt of lightning in his hand.
Well, yeah, there's that as well.
Quite cool. Do you know some of the Greek cities back in the day used to have huge statues on the harbours?
Yeah,
There's one
The,
that still stands at the moment where the boats go in between the legs.
yeah.
This
I'm trying to
huge one.
think
Can't
that
remember what
is.
it's called.
Yeah.
You know what I'm on about, don't you? Like huge
Yeah,
bronze one
yeah,
or something.
yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So the soldiers destroyed the Achilles heel of Zeus to make him fall. Let's throw another god in there.
Yeah.
And then he falls over, near misses the boat by meters.
Yeah.
So they got quite lucky there. Like, fucking hell, that's quite close,
Good
wasn't it?
timing. Good
Bloody hell.
positioning. Yeah.
I'm glad that boat didn't get destroyed.
I know, right?
And then what happens? Hades pops up.
Yeah, like a load of demons appear, like flying kind of demons, and start attacking the soldiers up on the hill.
Yeah,
that
I've
just
described them
topple
as
the statue.
harpies.
Harpies, yeah,
Mm.
that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
But then once he finished killing the men, they all meld together into a giant Hades, don't they?
Yes.
Or Ralph Fiennes.
Sucks all their energy and all the weapons and all. It's like this huge ball. It's like a black void,
Yeah.
which sucks everything in. And like you say, Hades pops up, turns around and goes, your boat's still standing, is it? Hold my bit. Turns into a fucking fireball, just destroys it for no reason. For no reason.
Well, the thing is, Perseus is like, he's the only one with a brain cell on that boat. Goes, Dad, maybe we should move. And he's like, no, let's stay here. He's
See
in
the
his
jam
popcorn like
sandwiches.
that. Yeah, I'm just going to eat me jam sandwiches. Just stay here and watch this. I want to see what happens. Calm down, Perseus.
He's like, don't worry, Perseus. One of my friends used to be in the police force, and he was just sat there eating his jam sandwich, having a picnic.
Oh, yeah.
It turned out all right for him, just
Oh,
sitting
he
there
did,
waiting.
Yeah. He didn't become the Punisher or anything. No.
Which is kind of the similar story.
It's a bit, yeah.
Yeah, because
Besides, what's going on over there?
that's what happens now.
Oh, he's
His
looking
whole
at
family
us.
die.
Yeah.
Perseus comes back up to try and get revenge.
Well, yeah.
It's the
The thing
Punisher.
is- Yeah. Yeah, it's basically the plot line to the Punisher.
It is.
But the thing is, right, so the boat goes down and it's the family in that, the young daughter, the man and wife, Spyros, and whoever his wife is, she doesn't get a name, does she? So they're sinking to the bottom of the ocean and Perseus jumps in to try and save them. And it's like, first of all, this guy's supposed to be a demigod. I know he doesn't know it at the time, but surely you could have like used some god magic. But anyway, the point I'm getting to. He goes down and there's like a hole in the bow of the ship that the dad kind of sticks the hand out of and says to Perseus, no, you go back up. We're just going to stay here and die.
Quite sad though, wasn't it?
It was quite sad, but all I'm thinking was, surely that little girl could have fit through that hole. If they had just used a little bit of common sense that no one seemed to have and just went, grab the girl, shoved her through, take her. Well, then I suppose then Perseus would have had a little girl following him around all film, and that would have made it a bit awkward.
Yeah, it's like he's already got now.
He's already got fucking Gemma Arterton following him around throughout the film, so
don't need another.
No.
But then, like you say, talking about common sense, they could have moved out of the way.
They could have moved out
10 minutes earlier, then it would have been perfectly fine. But no, what sweetest jam sandwiches?
Worst fisherman in history.
Yes. The little kid is like, Dad, I can fit through that hole. He's like, nope, you're staying here with us.
Yeah.
Right, we'll see where this goes.
We're going to die as a family, but what about Perseus? He's not actually family. Shh, we found him in a box, we told you. He's a moody bastard. This is our chance to get rid of him. Quick, stay in this air pocket. He'll think we're dead.
Because what's an air pocket?
Yeah. As soon as Perseus goes, he's like, oh, I'm dying. Right, he's gone. Just stay here a minute. We'll pop up and...
Right, because like you say, they were in like a huge air pocket.
Yeah.
So they could stay for quite a bit of time. And then when they need to, like you see in all these Hollywood films where they hold their breath like 2 hours, swimming from one room to the other, they could have just gone, gone.
I think now, thinking about it, that's what's happened. I think they just wanted to get rid of Perseus because he had grown up to be a moody ass motherfucker. And he's like, Jesus Christ, this lad I found in a box is annoying. And plus, he can't fish for shit.
I can't send him back either.
Yeah, it's like, this is our chance, guys. Are you ready?
Could have been, mate. It definitely could have been.
How funny would it be if, like, later on, you just, like, he passes him in Argos. Just
in the market?
Yeah.
Dad?
He's like, shit.
He's not a fisherman anymore.
No.
He's a fucking street store seller. Selling fruit and veg.
No, a fruit and veg man. Called Davios.
Yeah, he's a farmer in the fucking desert, mate. They call him Dirt Farmer.
Oh, bloody hell.
Got plenty of dirt over there. No veg or anything, but plenty of dirt. Right, so up in the heavens now, Zeus is losing his shit over the recent events and wants to punish man for his disloyalty.
Yeah, they fucked his statue up. I wouldn't be very happy either.
Yeah, I mean, they...
What tends to happen at the end of dictatorships, doesn't it?
True.
I'm surprised they didn't have, like, CNN helicopters flying around filming it.
Yeah, because it was, like, pretty much Sedan.
Yeah.
He got his statue ripped off.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Sorry, mate. See you in a bit. So Hades pops up to convince Zeus to start a war against man to wipe them out by using his Kraken, forcing them to pray once again to the gods, giving Zeus the immortality. Now, Zeus isn't really that clever, is he?
No, he's really not. He sits up in Olympus all day just...
Yeah, he knows that Hades has been double-crossed.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who done it. He knows that Hades is pissed with him. And he knows he's a manipulative. I can't say that word.
Manipulative.
I can't say it with his headphones on.
Manipulative.
Yes.
The problem is, he's just sat up there in Olympia, or whatever it's called, just surrounded by yes men. He's just kissing his ass all day.
Mm.
So as soon as someone comes along, he's like, he doesn't know how to handle it. So he's just like, oh, yeah, whatever, brother.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Whatever, man. But he Ray Fiennes I called him Rafe, how dare I? Ralph Fiennes comes in, Hades comes in, and he's like, this is where I was like, Jesus Christ, he's just Voldemort. Because he comes in like, oh, Zeus. I can't do my Voldemort impression. But anyway, trust me, he's basically Voldemort with a nose.
Yeah, the way he talks is the same.
It's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
And he comes in and he's basically taunting Zeus. Saying, you love these humans, don't you? I'm going to kill them all. And he's like, let me do it, brother. And he's like, okay.
Okay, yeah, go. Crack
Zeus
on
is
with
like,
it.
yeah, crack on, mate. You teach them a lesson.
So, here's one for you. A little bit of interesting information. I watched this with my missus.
Yeah.
Right? So, she was like, the Kraken. I said, yeah, it's like a big like Greek mythology thing. Came out of the water or whatever. And that destroyed the worlds and stuff. She goes, I thought it was like a little pink and purple thing that's dead friendly in the sea. No, the cartoon thing. Have you seen that?
I know what you mean.
Done by Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she thought that was the Kraken, some like little purpley squid that comes onto land and just goes to school with regular human people and stuff. It was like, yeah, it's a different thing, that love.
Jesus Christ.
So I was like,
have you ever seen that that picture? I'll try and put it up here, but let me show you of the Kraken. Have you ever seen the Kraken?
no.
1 second.
Well, put the picture anyway of this Disney's Kraken on there as well.
Release the Kraken.
I was expecting it like be smoking crack or something, not coming out of the water.
No, it's a Kraken. So it's release the Kraken. I'll put a picture up there anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Because funny.
I was expecting it smoking crack.
Oh no! Oh well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a chicken smoking crack.
A chicken, Kraken, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. That's a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then you just show me a head popping up out of the water.
Yeah. It looks like a hen on crack, though.
Okay, so back to the story of
Back
the film.
to the story.
So Perseus has now been rescued by the army's ship sailing past and taking him to the city of Argos.
Yes.
As to do. Did they just take every stranded person there?
Must do, mate.
And then escort them to the main throne room to see the king for no reason?
I never really thought about that, but he said, we found this stranger in the floating in the sea. Let's take him to see the king. God, if we did that in this country, King Charles would be seeing a lot of migrants.
Yeah. We found another 25 on a boat.
Yeah. That's the 10,000th one this week.
They've only left shore 5 miles ago from France.
Yeah.
We can't turn them around, so let's guide them over
Oh, yeah. Straight to the palace.
straight to the palace. And then we see a street preacher as well.
Oh, yeah.
He's the same guy from the A Cat Named Bob.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's where I've seen him.
Yeah, just in case you
Street
wonder.
cat named Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it's him.
Yeah.
He was shouting about they need to pray to the gods or else they'll be punished.
Yeah.
At the throne room, they seem to have a little bit of a party.
He's
with
not
plenty
wrong,
of food, wine, and along with some dancers.
Yep.
Sorry, were you about to say something?
I was just saying he's not wrong though, that preacher.
Yeah, he's a little bit crazy, but
he's basically the stereotypical kind of crazy preacher guy. The end is nigh. If we don't,
he wasn't a bad actor as well. To be fair,
he wasn't too
little
bad.
small role, but
Yeah.
seemed to do all right for
Played
what he
it
was
well.
doing. King does a speech about fighting against the gods and coming into the new era of man.
The temples are burning. The statues are falling.
The daughter, for some reason, tries to offer a drink to Perseus, but then Perseus is bitch slapped by Draco.
Oh yeah, I thought that he was bitch. Like, why?
How dare you?
Why the fuck? So Andromeda, though. Let's see where they get the name of the galaxy from.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Andromeda goes over. Why does she just look at Percy and go, that guy looks like he needs a drink?
Yeah, just came out of the water.
Or did he just look like the poorest guy in the room?
Probably, yeah.
He did a bit,
Yeah.
though.
She likes helping the street people, doesn't she? Yeah, maybe actually. Yeah.
But she just, for some reason, goes straight over to him. But yeah, he gets absolutely bitch slapped.
For no reason.
But no apparent reason, no. Like, it's Drake, because it's Draco that does it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Draco. Is he, like, involved with Andromeda or something? Does he not like Andromeda giving other guys drinks? Or...
I think he's meant to be like head of the army or some shit, like in general. So I think it's just like he's a peasant, don't feed him or something.
Well, could you imagine, like, it'd be like Kate Middleton going to give, like, some peasant a drink and then the head of the army just bitch slapping them? Like, chill, dude. Chill.
Oh my god. He's so lucky they was off on their little adventure, because later on you see her feeding the kids.
Oh, no.
He's head swatting the kids.
He'd have got them all lined up, like, be like that video you showed me, that guy going around slapping everyone at the
barbecue.
Yeah, at the barbecue.
Hey, Jim, look, what are you doing? Hey, please. There's a cat in the tree.
Oh, Jesus, slappy Miggy.
Yeah, you would have, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They'd swatting them kids. Kids like, don't give me any food, please, I'll starve.
We don't want your food, Miss Andromeda. As soon as you leave, Draco comes and bitch slaps us all. Please, no.
No, please. Oh my god. So the daughter then warns the parents about provoking the gods and it's not a good idea. The mum then thinks it's a great idea to jinx them even more by comparing a daughter who is prettier than a god and Aphrodite herself.
Yeah.
To which Hades turns up again, holding my beard, dragging about 10 guards into his void.
Well, the mum, she literally says, "We are the gods now," and it's like, oh no! Even the husband's behind like, don't do it.
She's not with me.
Yeah,
She's not with me.
Fucking hell.
Divorce.
It's a back door in this place. Jesus. The thing is, in this world, we kind of, I'm getting the feeling, especially since Hades just appeared and like in full view of everyone, that they know the gods are real. Stop pissing them off.
The thing is as well, right? They don't even like put the dots together. Hades is a god, even though he's just appeared in a black void. Sucks about 15 guards in, and they're going, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
It's like, "I'm Hades, bitch."
Drops the mic.
He's like, "Oh, you're comparing your daughter to the gods, are you?"
Yeah.
Sucks the energy out of her, and she's like 300 years old now.
Oh, I know.
So did you notice the king in the background?
No.
One of the maids behind us put his arm around her.
No, I didn't notice that.
I did.
I was going to say that.
It's like, yeah, it's my new wife now. She's too old.
Yeah, fucking. Cheers, Hades. I'll send you that 20 quid later. Oh, Jesus. But she gets the life sucked out of her. But he loves sucking things, doesn't he, this Hades?
Yeah, he does, mate. He does.
He's got some bad breath as well later on.
Takes a look over at Perseus. Interesting.
Yeah, because every soldier in the room gets sucked in, and obviously Perseus is in the middle of them all, and like he just stands there like he's like, "Where's everyone going? What? It's like everyone's being sucked off except for Perseus."
Yeah, so he gets angry, grabs a sword, runs at him. But then Hades goes, like, he's eating all the souls of all these people and just spits all the armor and shields out at him, knocks him back over.
Well, he goes to pick up the sword, doesn't he? And doesn't Io appear?
Yeah.
And goes, No.
Calm down.
Not yet. Look at these boobs. Keep your mind off it, fella.
Oh. Hades then tells the audience that in 10 days, when the sun is eclipsed, he will unleash the Kraken. I'm not talking about the back of his arse. Argo will fall unless they sacrifice the princess.
Man, I'd have killed her right there and then.
I was like, what, this bitch here holding her head up? They're like, no, it was on about her over there.
Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry, wrong person. Looks similar from behind.
You would do, wouldn't you? Be like one person against everyone. You'd be like, this one here.
Even like that scene, mate, where he's like holding up a cat, just punching it.
Yeah,
like, what are you on about? Do you know who would have fitted right in here? The guy
Spider-Man.
The Black Spider just beats the shit out of random innocents for no reason.
Oh,
watch that one. That's a good podcast.
Yeah. Madame Web, shit film, good podcast. Go and watch it.
Yeah, it's better than the film.
Yeah, better than the film.
And then, as he's about to go back into Underworld, he tells them, "Destruction or sacrifice. This is the will of Zeus." Looks at Perseus and goes, "Will it be your father?"
I am your father.
To which then everybody just gets pissed off at Perseus then.
Yeah, they do.
It's like, it's your fault. It's like,
yeah.
What? I'm a fisherman.
Like, your fucking uncle's just come in here. Uncle Hades has just come in, sucked our queen off, threatened our princess, and sucked off half the army.
You're like, saying this on your week.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to throw it in the end of fucking make it crude.
The only thing is, we can't kill the princess because he's sucked up all the weapons.
Yeah, that's it. Punch it.
Yeah. I'm surprised she survived so long, though.
True. Because the whole city now know this message, don't they?
I'd be like, look, King, listen, your wife's dead. Go and get yourself a prettier wife. Start a new family. You don't need this one. Get rid of her.
Yeah, start a new city somewhere else in the
Yeah,
desert. Rebuild.
Again, no one bothers to leave the city. They all know like Hades is coming back at the eclipse in 10 days.
We kind of find that out later on, though.
What?
Why to stay?
Do we? Okay, yeah. I'll leave that.
I'll
I
explain it a little bit later on. So now we're back up in Olympus, and Hermes delivers a message to Zeus, informing that his parcel's been thrown over the neighbour's back fence.
Was that Hermes?
That was Hermes, that. So he's like the messenger god, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he tells them there's a demigod.
So his name's not Hermes, Hermes. It's now every.
Oh, it's every now, isn't
Every
it?
now, yeah.
Yeah. Same people.
Yeah. So
Amazon
every
bad?
comes in. Get the branding right. Every comes in, tells him that they've lost his parcel.
And he tells them that there's a demigod in Olympus, his son. He suggests they offer him sanctuary.
He's like, son, I've never heard his prayers. What son? I've never had sex. Who said I had sex? No,
not me,
never,
not me.
never happened. It was a lie.
It turns out all these gods are a little bit...
Oh, mate, all of them are.
All of them.
And if you don't give it up, they treat you like shit.
And curse you.
Yeah. I mean,
As we found out quite a few.
every time there's a woman mentioned, it's like, yeah, that she was fit. The gods tried to have a way with her. It's like, even like Andromeda now, it's like, yeah, she's fit. Kill her.
Pretty much. Yeah. If you got looks, you're screwed back in the day.
You are. You're
'Cause
a
this
fit
is all
woman.
based on a true story as well.
Oh, yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
100% true.
There's got to be a little bit of truth in the mythologies.
That's a
There's got to be. There's got to be somewhere. It comes from somewhere.
some guy called Zeus, like lightning.
Could be.
Uh,
So back on Earth, Draco is trying to cook Perseus over the barbecue pit.
oh, yeah.
And the king comes in to rescue him and tells Perseus he must help to save the city and his daughter.
Yes.
After telling them, he mends the nets and he does an actual fight. He gets thrown in the cells to then be visited by Io, who tells Perseus she's been stalking him all his life and that she was given a curse of never aging after he refuses to be banged by a god.
As we just mentioned, yeah. God come down and said, you're fit, let's have a go. And she's like, no. And he's like, oh, well, I'm putting you on ice for a bit.
Literally, yeah. I'll come back in 100 years. We'll see how you still think. But however, you can't age.
Yeah, if you want to age, you need to. I'd be like, nah, mate, no. I'll stay young. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Percy's is like, well, it's not too bad, isn't it? You don't have snakes on your head.
I know.
Like one of the other people.
Yeah,
We'll
it could
find
be
out later.
worse. Could be worse.
It could be worse.
But she tells him about his backstory about how he came about. And so basically, my understanding of it is there was a king who basically took arms against the gods, started doing what kind of these people are doing.
Yep.
And then Zeus thought it'd be a good idea to come down and change himself to look like the king and go and basically the king's wife to have a love child with her.
Yep.
Anyway, the king walks in just as Zeus is finishing off. Good timing. Zeus flies off, and then the king in a rage goes, right, kill the woman, kill the baby. Now, did he wait 9 months for that baby to be delivered, or did the baby just get delivered straight away because it's a demigod? I don't kind of get that bit.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And it's a little bit harsh, right? Because at the end of the day, his wife thought it was him.
Well, yeah.
Because he transformed into him, his looks and everything.
Yeah, it'd be like if your wife had an identical twin and you ended up shagging the identical twin. Ain't your fault. No. It's the only time you get a free pass.
I mean, try to tell your wife that. But
Yeah, well,
still.
try. Yeah, so the person at fault is the twin. It's not you.
Yeah. So,
It's like even if
him
she
to kill
says
her.
it's not me, I'm not your wife over and over again, it's still fine
yeah.
because she looks the same.
It looks the same. They must be the same.
They must be the same. Be like, stop messing.
Well, yeah, it's harsh, isn't it? To literally
It is, yeah.
throw her in a coffin into the ocean.
Yeah, so that's how. Mate,
I mean,
Yeah.
you could have hung her. You could have put her in a guillotine. You could have done many different ways. Could have bravehearted her if you really wanted.
I know.
Right, but trapping her in a coffin, just throwing her out in sea.
I know. I mean, she looked as distraught as the king that she had just shagged Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, if I woke up in bed and Liam Neeson had just banged me, I'd be a bit.
Sore assed.
Yeah, I'd be a bit sore ass going, hey. But like I say, did he then wait? Right, we'll give it 9 months. If the baby comes out and it doesn't look like me, then you're going in the ocean, bitch. Or like I say, did they give birth there and then? And he's like, but he didn't do a very good job at killing them, though. You'd think he'd kill them before he put them in the box.
Well, I think it wanted more of a punishment, like starvation and stuff.
So he puts him in a box and he goes to the top of a cliff and he goes to Zeus. Zeus, I've got your son here, you dickhead. And then Zeus strikes him with lightning, which somehow gives him the, like, I don't know, does he get like Mong strength or something? Because somehow he picks up the box and chucks it over his head.
It does. It turns him into Quasimodo.
Quasimodo on crack. Cracked
Yeah.
up Quasi crack.
But did you notice right behind him was the guy who's the current king?
Oh, that's who he was.
Yeah.
When it kind of cuts to him, and I'm like, I don't know him. Because later on, isn't this guy, this Quasimodo guy now living in the sewers?
He's living somewhere.
It
I
looked
think
like
it's out in the middle of a desert or something in the cave.
It looked almost like the sewers of Argos, something like the scene before. But anyway, so and then she says to him, "You were born of a god, and you were born to kill the Kraken."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "I don't know why I was born. She just told you to kill the Kraken."
It's like, well, you're not listening. No wonder you didn't catch fish. You don't listening to your dad.
I know. No wonder
But
you
get the net, right? And then you do it like this, and you're just going,
no.
just dropping it down. It's like, no, you got to spread the net out so it gets wide of a diameter as you can, so it covers as much of the sea. He just drops it.
I just had a thought.
Like, for fuck's sake, Perseus.
Do you think every now and then he'd just go, "Oh, I can't deal with this lad. Why? What's he done now?" Got himself trapped in the net again. What? In the water? No. He's up on deck, trapped in the net, trying to get out. I'm fucking sick of this. How did he expect me to catch fish when Perseus just keeps trapping himself? Jesus.
He's probably not putting bait in the fucking crab nest or anything. It's all right, they'll just walk in there. No, mate, you got to like entice them a little bit.
Just because you get trapped in it every day doesn't mean they are. Fish are smarter than you, Perseus. Oh, Jesus.
So now Io tells Draco they must visit the three witches to find how they can kill the Kraken. Because these three witches pretty much know everything, don't they? So it's the way, isn't it? They're like Macbeth and stuff.
It does remind me of Macbeth.
Yeah. So it's in everything. The Witcher.
Yeah. But they were like Google of the day, weren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Except you had to like walk for like 5 days to get there.
Yeah. Instead of Ask Jeeves, it's like Ask Witches.
Ask the witches.
Ask the hags.
Yeah. It's like asking ChatGPT nowadays. You're never going to get a straight answer. And
True.
given half the chance, I'll take over the world.
Yes. Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same. Yeah. So the men start readying up their adventure to kill the Kraken. Perseus finds a little mechanical owl in a box,
Yes.
but he's told to leave it behind.
Yeah, he's
And
like,
that
use
is-
that thing.
The owl, Bubo, from 1981 classic.
Yeah.
As they're pushed away through the crowds outside, two bounty hunters, Orzo and Cook, join the group to help take down the Kraken.
I'm glad you got names because I just call them hunters.
Mm.
They just turn up and they go, "We want to come with you. I don't know where you're going, but we want to come with you."
He's like, well, you can't come. We need men who can fight. He's like, well, do you know how to take down a 5-headed Hydra? Which one's the main one with the drug later kit? One of the guys goes, yeah, the middle one. He's like, yes, the middle one. Good guess.
Well,
I quite like them too, to be fair.
they were all right, but again, they seemed the kind of character development a bit just seemed a bit rushed with them.
A lot of stuff in this was quite rushed.
It did seem like they were on like it's like the studio had said to him, "You need to make this an hour and 40-minute film, no longer." Because I think it needed. Well, we'll come to that when we get to the end, but I think it needed to be a longer film. To be honest, I don't usually say that, but
Yeah.
I have a
I
feeling
agree.
there was probably quite a few scenes deleted, maybe.
Hades goes now to visit the old king who's all deformed thanks to Zeus and living in a cave because he's been like isolated, hasn't he, from the rest of society.
Yeah, he's basically been living off crack for 10 years or something.
Yeah. Quick question though.
Yep.
Where did you get all the candles from?
There was a lot of candles in there.
Yeah. I can't see him just nipping out down to the local market.
I know, who's delivering them for him?
How's he paying for them?
Oh. Yeah.
He's doing a Hades. Sucking them all off.
Sucking them off for candles and crack.
man. I need some
Need
candles.
some crack, man. Man, I'll suck your dick. Man, I got these cheeseburgers, man.
What film is that now?
Is it Menace to Society?
Something like that. And
Yeah.
it goes around trying to do it.
Yeah. He's like, man, I'll suck your dick. I
gone a
got
bit-
these cheeseburgers, man.
Gone a bit cold in here again, hasn't it?
That's gone a bit chilly.
Yeah, we had to nip out because Eric had to have a cigarette break.
No, I needed a wee-wee.
Okay.
I don't smoke. I don't condone it. Shut up.
Hades tells them they have a common enemy, Zeus, and the old king must kill Perseus, so then he can then kill Zeus.
Well, he informs him that putting a baby in a box and throwing it into the ocean isn't the best way to kill a baby. The best way to kill a baby is, kill a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the baby's going to fight back, is it?
Let's be honest with you, yeah. Then he breathes death breath all over him.
It's like bloody my wife's morning breath. Sorry, Hannah.
And then this
Fills me with rage as well.
Yeah. If you don't see Erik next week, by the way, he's been killed by his missus.
It's fine. She don't watch these.
Oh, that's all right then.
But when she has enough of me, like during the week, let alone to watch 3 hours of me on YouTube.
No, same.
But the funny thing was, right, so you can tell she doesn't watch it because when I went to put the film on, it was on Amazon Prime, and she went, "What rating is this?" I went, "Oh, I think it's 5.8 on IMDb." She goes, "Oh, it's 4.5 stars on Amazon." I didn't understand why I just burst out laughing.
Yes, I
I'm
wonder
like,
why.
"You obviously don't watch the podcast, do you, love?"
No.
She's like, "No."
Yeah, we have a little bit of a running joke with it if you are new to the...
Yeah, because every single film ever is 4.5 rated on Amazon.
Even Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Bob Hoskins.
The Bob Hoskins one, yeah.
It's awful. But yeah, it's the same rating as Avengers Infinity Warfare.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Go figure, yeah.
But with the death breath, this actual gives the old king strength and making him grow in size as well.
Yeah, he grows in size.
The steroids.
Yeah.
The men...
Do you think Hades has a bit of dick breath? Looking all them soldiers off.
He has a bit of something, mate.
He does. Sorry, I had to get that in there.
He takes
I
the
told you
hard
at the
time.
beginning, PG with a bit of porn.
Yes.
PG porn.
Yeah, parents guided rating.
Porn.
Porn, yeah. So the men now are 4 days away from the witches as they travel through some woods, giving Perseus a hard time as his sandal keeps breaking.
Yes.
Looking behind, he notices...
His Nike shoes keep breaking.
Yeah, his Nike shoes.
Sorry, go on.
Looking behind, he notices Io from a distance following.
Yeah.
Mm.
As usual.
And they're sitting around a fire. One of the men is playing the flute badly, as all the others are trying to relax. Solon takes the flute, breaks it in half, and however, the guy just pulls another one out of the bag and starts casually playing.
You've always got to have a backup flute, mate.
You have, mate.
Backup flute. Perseus, for the first time in his life, managed to catch some fish.
He does, actually.
Yeah, because he comes back and he goes, "Oh, you can tell you're a fisherman." And he's like, "Yeah."
How many fish did he have? Was it one?
I think so.
To feed like 10 men.
one little tiddler.
It was one of the bait fish he had in his pocket.
It was.
His prison pocket.
This is what I bought at the market before we left.
Kept it in his bag.
Oh. But Draco, or Draco, whatever his name is, gives Perseus a quick lesson in using a sword because he's like, I never thought to ask, like, just before we left on this, like, kind of, mission. This
What could
kind
kill
of
everybody.
Fellowship of the Witches, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually used a sword? He's like, yeah, been caught in a net a few times.
Is that what? You're Roman? No.
No.
Was it in the Colosseum?
No. Sword, which one's that? Is that the pointy thing?
What is it now? There's a film, isn't there, where somebody says like to use a sword, you just stick them with the pokey end.
Oh yeah, what film is that? Oh,
That's called Batter My Head all day, you know.
I can't think what it is.
So do you have a little bit of a sword fight?
Yeah.
He tries to train Perseus on how to use a sword, and somehow he managed to disarm the general.
Cheat mode.
Cheat mode must have been activated. So he turns around and goes, "Yeah, there's a god inside of you. Make sure you bring it."
Yeah. And he's like, what? It's
Hey, this get off me.
Yeah, Jesus, get out the back door. I thought I felt a pain.
That tickling from behind. It's like, get off me, traders.
Jesus, Hades, fucking hell.
After humbling the general, Perseus goes for a wander into the woods and comes across a gift from the gods as he spots a little sparkling dildo in the bushes.
A gift from Papa, sparkling dildo.
It's just like a sword handle, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sparkling.
But he gets erect when he picks it up.
It does. A little bit like a lightsaber, isn't it? It's like, we ever seen that before, where a sword just appears out of it. A golden light.
Yeah.
It's not even like a blade, is it? It's just like a golden light that comes out of it.
Yeah.
Flashlight.
Torch. But Draco goes, "Oh, it's a gift from your dad." And he goes, "I told my dad I want to do this as a man. I don't want to do it as a god. I want to do it as a man. I'm not using his gifts. You use it." And throws it to Draco like a little spoiled little bitch.
Now,
Uh,
he carries on his own for a little woodland walk.
yep.
Draco is literally 10 feet away from me. Tells 2 guards to go follow him. How did the 2 guards lose him?
I don't know.
It's an open woods.
I know.
You can't hide behind a fucking pine tree. He just disappears there like, oh, where's he gone? Where's he gone?
Which way did he go? I can only assume they literally wandered off in the wrong direction looking for him.
They must have.
But his stalker finds him.
Straight away, because he's now with a group of white Pegasus, which is basically a horse with wings, if you don't know what Pegasus is.
Yeah.
So Io tells him, no man has ever ridden a Pegasus before. And then a black one flies down to meet him and starts getting a little bit friendly with him.
The black one comes and scares all the white ones away.
So
Bit
gives the
racist.
horse a little bit of a gentle stroke.
Yeah.
And Io tells him it's a message from the gods as they are watching us.
Creepy.
Creepy. So now the 2 guards would have lost him. They're walking around the woods,
Yep.
shouting for Perseus.
Perseus,
where are you? We lost you.
what are Perseus?
Didn't really look too hard, did they?
No.
But however, because they were screaming for for Perseus, we hear 2 screams from a distance, don't you?
Yeah.
So Perseus turns around. I was like, shit, what's happening over there? Someone tripped over a little stick or something. Turns out the old king is pissed off as ever, and he's, with his super strength, just rips one of the guys in half with his bare hands.
Yeah, geez, that was good, that.
That's pretty cool.
He's like,
help me!
he gets the crack pipe, and then he goes,
Smelling salts.
smelling.
He's like, "Ah!" By the way, right, if you've never seen anybody take smelling salts, I've never had him yourself. If you head over to our podcasts for Super Mario
Brothers.
just watch the first 30 seconds, right? And you see this guy taking some smelling salts for the first time.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit overreaction.
It's not an overreaction, mate. It felt like someone had just stabbed me in the nose.
In the back of your brain, you're crying nearly. You're like, ah, it hurts.
Mate, it hurt. It hurt. I mean, yeah, you just got to watch it, but yeah, it was painful.
It was funny.
It was painful.
Funny reaction.
Wasn't bloody.
So he turns around and goes, you reek of your father's jizz. And then charges at Perseus before Spartan kicking him right down the hill. That's pretty cool.
You smell of Hades' breath.
How far did he roll? Because it seems like he was rolling down this little hill for like a mile.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he gets up, and they're no longer in the fucking desert. I mean,
In the
they're
forest.
The forest bit.
They're now in a fucking desert. He kicked him into a new biome.
It fucking was, mate.
It was like samurai cop.
That was so cool.
Bitch slaps him into a new biome.
Mate, they changed the area codes like 8 times in one fight.
I know.
If you've never seen that, by the way, watch the podcast again for that one. But if you've never seen it, just look on YouTube. It's free of charge to watch.
Samurai Cop.
Samurai Cop. It's a class film.
It's the worst, best film ever made.
Yes. It's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
Generally is.
Generally.
It generally is. I think the budget was $7,000 at the end.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Oh.
So, back to the film. Do you have a little bit of a sword fight? Perseus gets bitten on the arm by the old king. Rest of the group come. Draco charges at him, does a 2-footed kick into his chest, but just does nothing.
Yeah.
Just drops down onto the floor.
Yeah, it's like trying to kick a brick wall, wasn't it?
Yeah. The only guy wearing a helmet gets his head crushed. That's why you don't wear a helmet when you're charging at some mad old king.
Well, they all have a go at one at a time fighting him, don't they?
Bit of a trope thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But then somehow he gets his hand chopped off by Draco.
Yeah, because he tries
Draco.
crushing Perseus' head, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tries his like little death grip on him.
Then he chops the hand off, and then he runs off, and he's like, "Who the hell was that?" And he's like, "Let's go ask him and run after him." And then in the meantime, he cuts to the guy's hand that's just been cut off, and then it starts. It basically, if you ever wondered where Thing came from the Addams Family,
Or vice versa.
yeah.
And the little hand starts transforming, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it starts like.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. The 2 bounty hunters managed to cut him off somehow, knock him down before realising there's something wrong with the blood. Now,
Yeah.
normally when you get your hand cut off or something, your blood might be like projectile everywhere, go spraying everywhere. But this was like little drips, like a tap.
It was like black blood as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. They'd look down, and his black blood looks like acid. And they both look down, thinking, that's burning the ground. It's going inside. Next bit, giant fucking scorpion comes from the ground.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Huge.
Giant scorpion. Basically, his blood turns into giant scorpions somehow.
See, I was thinking that. Was it his blood that turned into him, or did it attract them?
Them. See, yeah, it might have been either.
It
See, at
seems-
first, because I thought the hand had turned into the scorpion.
I think that's the big one, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
But anyway, either way, big scorpions bloody arrive and then bloody massive. The thing is, though, right? I read years ago that apparently scorpions, the smaller they are, the more deadly they are.
Yes, yeah.
So they had nothing to worry about with these. Could have just walked on.
Well, well. As you see, the pincers are like 10 foot, so they crush quite a few guys.
Yeah.
And then the tail, instead of being poisonous, it just pierces through
just
the whole torso.
Well, yeah, maybe not just walk off, but
Yeah, if the giant ones, maybe, you know.
all you have to do is outrun the slowest guy.
True.
Yeah.
Push him over. We've seen that on Walking Dead, didn't we?
Yeah.
Shane just pushes that fat guy over.
I'd be the fat guy in that situation.
Oh, really good fight scene. CGI was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good between all the
It was good
scorpions
with
and the
the
men.
scorpions, yeah.
Just as Perseus is about to be killed, he's saved by Io.
Yeah, so it has it kind of pinned with his pincer, doesn't it? But it's like he's against the post at the same time, like a pillar. So it's kind of not crushing him fully. But then, like you say, Io throws like rope at it.
He looked like the old, is it a boller? Where it's like rope with two balls.
Yeah, it's like he's spinning and it was like one of them, but somehow it kind of burnt through the scorpion.
Yeah,
I don't know
cut
what
through
she'd
it.
put on it. Some kind of acid.
I
Um,
love
yeah.
this bit though. So as the scorpion turns around, looks at Io, starts chasing after her. She jumps down the little hill. Perseus stands there, doesn't he?
yeah.
And then you see it in slow motion break through the brick wall, come through. It's really good
It
scene.
reminded me of a scene from one of the Transformers films.
Ah,
I can't remember which one it is, but there's a scene where they're in the
it's
desert.
like the Animal Kingdom one, isn't it?
It might be, and I think there's a bunch of soldiers in the desert, and this thing's going under the ground, and then it pops up out the ground, and it's a very similar scene.
Yeah. They do it quite a lot actually, because Bumblebee does it in a few scenes where he jumps through a wall and he's spinning. It's like
Yeah,
slow
it's
motion
all
spin
slow-mo.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know what you're on about with the scorpion one.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
the scorpion just drops down to the ground, and Perseus comes out swinging. How did it get inside it?
I think did it land on him? Because I was wondering that, because I didn't know whether at some point it kind of lands on him, and he's just like that with his sword, and somehow kind of breaks through it. I didn't quite grasp it. 'Cause there's quite a lot going on in the scenes, because at the same time you got Draco riding one.
Yeah, he stabs a spitter through the back of it.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
So he's like riding like a rodeo bull. Yeah, like a mechanical bull, just like I'd love to know how they did them scenes. Do you reckon they did have him on like a mechanical bull surrounded by green screen?
Probably actually, yeah.
Yeah. Just be like, see how long he can stay on there.
Yeah,
Chuck him
wouldn't
up
be a
on
bad
his
way
stick.
of doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, really
Um,
good seeing that. Enjoyed it.
But then 3 big ones arrive. So they managed to kill 2 of them, and then the hunters come running over the hill, and they're like, shit, there's even bigger ones. And one of them's like massive. And then-
Huge.
And then all of a sudden, little Deus Ex Machina arrives in the form of a djinn, and somehow just starts seducing it.
Yeah, he does.
Stood on the
That-
hill, like doing like a sexy dance, going, ooh.
Little nipple tassels.
Yeah, tassels going, clamps going, whoo, and they're all like, oh.
So I've called him Groot.
He did. He was he wooden? Because his face was wooden.
Yeah, so the guy actually says, the one who's from Game of Thrones.
Liam Cunningham, I think, is the actor's name. I don't know what he was called in this.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is in this either.
Sir Davos from Game
Yeah.
of Thrones. Yeah,
Yeah, him with long hair.
yeah.
So he actually tells Perseus that the Jinn people, they used to be human,
Yeah.
because he used to fight them quite a lot as well in the Legion. So they used to be human, and then they replaced limbs with charcoal, wood, and magic.
Ah, I missed that.
That's why it comes back.
Magic wood.
Mm.
I reckon Hades would like that, some magic wood.
It would.
But then all of a sudden, Perseus's arm starts playing up, and he's like, "Oh, that bite's starting to itch a bit," and he makes the mistake of scratching it.
Oh,
Like when you get an insect bite, resist, don't scratch.
Mm.
But he's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, I think that crack got in my system. Jesus, anyone got any crack rugs?" And then Draco's like, "Dude, pray to your father." He's like, "No, fuck that. You got any crack though?" And he's on the floor like his arms burning. I mean, that bite mark. How big was that that guy's bloody mouth? Because it was
Pretty
huge.
big.
It was like right here. It looked like he'd been bitten by a horse or
A
something.
fucking shark.
Yeah, like a full-on shark bite it was. I'm like, how big is that man's mouth?
Bitten by a horse.
I don't know.
How big is a horse?
I don't know. Well, a horse mouth's bigger than a human mouth. It's
Not
just
much. It's like
that's the
6
first thing that
inches.
popped into me. I don't know. A shark, then. A shark. You know, because horses are known for biting people.
Kid nip you.
All right. Well, it looks like he'd been bitten by a shark.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it's massive. So anyway, that starts burning. He falls down on the ground, and like I say, Drake, like, pray to your father. Pray, go ask your daddy for help. And he's like, no.
No. Doing this as a guy. I'll die as a guy.
Excuse me, sir. He's not my father. He raped my mother. I am basically a baby of rape. Yeah.
Pretty much.
And, you know, what do you want me to do? Ask him for help?
The guy should be in jail.
I know, he should. Jesus Christ.
No wonder people don't bloody pray for the gods anymore.
I know.
Back in the city of Argos,
Yeah.
the Queen's daughter is now showing how rich she is by feeding the poor kids little scraps of bread. Luckily, Draco's not around to bitch slap him.
I know. Oh.
They're scared to life. Like, Draco's not with you again, is he?
No. Is Draco about? No, he's off. He's left the town. Oh, thank God, give us the bread, Jesus Christ. And then we see the preacher, and the preacher's telling them, we must repent to Hades through blood. We need to kill the princess. And the princess is like, maybe I should be walking the streets, you know?
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe I should be taunting everyone. Look, everyone, I'm alive.
Look how rich I am. I can afford fresh bread.
I know.
Got some scraps, kid. And then, to top it off, the preacher just sticks his arm in fire.
Yeah.
Burns his whole arm.
He's like, look, I'm being serious. They're like, oh, God, that guy's super serious. He burns himself.
And everybody else cheers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, come on, mate, you can do it.
Do it. Like egging him on. But it'd be
It's
like...
the old jackass.
Yeah, it is. It'd be like worshipping like the emo kid that hurts himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually an evil kid.
Look at him there, self-harming.
Is that it again?
Yeah. But somehow he's now seems to be getting power for some reason, if you know what I mean, like from the people. He's kind of all looking to him.
It's a little bit like Game of Thrones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Preacher guy on there who gets all the poorer people to follow him and stuff.
He who shouts loudest.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that, don't we?
We do.
So, back over towards the camp.
Yeah, the gin camp.
Yep, the gin camp. Perseus is now on his death's door from the venom. He's now trying to search through his body. Io goes to get some clean water.
One of the gin sneaks in for a cheeky bomb.
So Groot nips in,
Yeah.
gets some magic fire, heals Perseus. But the group lose their shit at the gin for helping Perseus and then start to fight. And the gin's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? No.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
He's not fighting back to get them. He's just like defending himself.
Yeah. And he's
It's
like,
six of them.
whoa, chill out. Chill, guys. Christ. I'm trying to help him.
He's like, together we work. Perseus just gets up. It's like, oh, Sam, look at that. Well, fucking Sam.
Just fixed it.
Don't need to call crack.
He cured my crack addiction.
Draco kicks off at Perseus for not using the gifts sent by the gods.
Yeah.
He believes he's getting his men killed and tells Perseus that sword is in his bag when he's ready to use it.
Yeah.
The Jinn people now have managed to tame 3 of the scorpions
Yeah.
and even built a 2-bedroom bungalow on the big one.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Quite
And he's
big
like, come
space.
on, we'll ride them. It's like, well,
Ride them.
yeah, because we started off with 10 days. We wasted 4 so far just getting here.
Mm.
So we need to, yeah. What was their plan?
I don't know.
Because
Get to the witches and see what's what.
Yeah. What if the witches said, well, which do you do? And they say, you know, you're going to need another 5 days going that way to sort your shit out.
But
How are you going to get back? They never planned on the return journey, did they?
no. See, this is what I was thinking about. Everybody staying in Argos. Why didn't leave?
Yeah.
You don't see any other civilization.
Well,
Because you've got the Jinn people in the desert who normally fight the humans.
yeah.
So if they leave the city of Argos, they probably get killed by the giant scorpions in the desert, the crazy old king in the woods, or the Jinn people who were just getting about.
May as well just wait
There's
for the
no other-
Kraken then, aren't you?
So there's no other civilizations, is there?
Yeah.
So it looks like they've got no trade routes or anything.
Maybe Zeus should maybe sort that out if he wants more people praying to him. Maybe he should just say, I don't know, let's make you a nice new city over there, or let's do this, and maybe treat the people with some respect and say, all I ask in return is your thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. Do you remember playing an old game called Black and White?
No.
Oh, it was great. It was like Civilization city builder.
Oh, yeah.
And you're on like an island, and you get your little towns, and you get more power for more people that pray and worship you. What you can do is send like hurricanes or tornadoes or a meteorite strike to demolish certain areas what are not praying to you. So then they'll start worshipping you again and give you more power.
So this is basically, that game's based on this kind of thing?
Pretty much, yeah. It's a really good game.
All right.
Yeah,
No,
really
no.
good to
I've
play.
never actually heard of it, to be honest.
Yeah, really good. It's called Black or White, so you can be good or evil. It depends how you want to be a ruler. Anyway, back to the film. Io warns Perseus that...
Oh, no, so they ride across the desert, we get a few cutscenes riding across the desert,
go on.
and then we arrive at the mountains with the witches.
Yeah. That threw me off then, because I was having different notes then.
Yeah. And then, like you're about to say, I think Io warns him, when you go see the witches,
Only
just
ask
ask what you need to know, nothing more. So don't ask like what the weather's going to be like tomorrow, or what the fishing conditions are, or why can we never find any fish in the oceans, or what's the best way to get out of a fishing net.
Because that was one of his questions.
It was.
It was. It's like, is there a quick release somewhere to get out of this fishing net?
I thought it would have been funny if when he was walking out, the witches said, "Don't you want to know about your family?" And they're like, "What do you mean? My family are dead?" Are they though?
Are they?
Are you sure about that, Perseus?
By the way, there's another city from Argos, about 10 minutes down the shore.
Yeah.
Try visiting there.
It's called Index.
Index.
Do you remember Index back in the day? Basically Argos, wasn't it?
It was actually, yeah.
Littlewoods.
Yeah, you got IKEA.
Yeah. You've got Littlewood, you got IKEA. You've got Marks and Spencer's.
Just stay away from Asda.
Yeah, don't go near Asda, they're bad over there.
Yeah, and Marks and Spencer, fucking hell, it's expensive.
The best thing for you is to go to Aldi or Lidl.
Yeah, try and get to the cheap ones.
Yeah.
Plenty of fish over there if you go to
Plenty
Iceland.
of fish, yeah. Bit frozen though. Bit on the cold side.
A bit on the cold side. Oh shit,
Oh,
okay.
Jesus.
So they then have to hike further up the mountain now, don't they, when they arrive? It's like the top of Snowdon or something.
Yeah.
It don't look like it's just on top of them stairs. It looked like it was high.
No. So they get there and they're like, what the hell's with this place? And it's like, oh, this is where the Kraken defeated the Titans. So, this is where this is what's going to happen to Argos in a few days. They're like, oh, we need to save Argos. Sainsbury's took it over, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so they go up to see the witches. And the witches are very, like you say, is it Macbeth? Very Macbeth-esque.
Very much so. Like speaking in riddles as well, isn't it, and stuff. And
like,
they have one eye between them all as well that they share. And to be fair,
what happened to the other eyes?
It's probably one of the curses.
Oh,
yeah. It's got like guy with like the socket hanging off, hasn't it?
I think it's like an opposite curse. Like where the women wouldn't fuck the gods, so the gods cursed them. Do you think they wanted to fuck the gods? And the gods said no and cursed them because I don't know who's going to want to fuck them.
Well, they might have been beautiful back in the day.
Yeah, debatable.
It's three women who like to talk all the time.
Maybe it was a talking.
Lovers meeting.
Will you just shut up?
Yeah, it's like, tell you what, you're fucking cursed.
Constantly giving your opinion.
Stop being a backseat driver, right?
Yeah,
I can ride the Scorpion perfectly fine.
Right, that's it. You've all just got one eye. And you've got to share it.
Where did they go for their shopping?
Aldi.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
I know. Good point.
Yeah, how do they survive?
On each other's eyes. That's why I've only got one left. I know.
Probably. But to be fair to them, for three old women, they are pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Well, apparently they were
Pretty
men.
quick.
But yeah, because they say, we want a sacrifice. And then they're eyeing up Nicholas Hoult and they're like, he'll do. They start eating him. They're all gnawing on him and they're like, no, don't eat him. We need him for later to die in a different place. So they all start having a bit of a scrap. But somehow one of them gets Perseus in like a bit of a headlock kind of thing. and then chucks him the eye, and Perseus catches it. Intercept! I got the eye, I got the eye. Threatens to throw it over the edge of the mountain. And they're all like, all right, calm down. We'll tell you what you need to know. Sorry, we're just hungry.
And they tell him that to kill a Titan, you need to use a Titan. So they've got to use Medusa.
Medusa!
It's like, how can we get Medusa? We can't like pick her up, take her there, or stick her in a cage or anything. Cut the head off.
Yeah. Like, smart boy, cut the head off. Yes, it's the eye, dickhead.
And as he's about to walk away, he's niggling in the back of his mind. He's like, I need them fish.
Yeah.
I need to work it out. How can we do it? And these fish nets, you're getting trapped in them all the time. I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't tell him.
Don't ask about the fish.
Don't ask about the nets. And they turn around and goes, don't worry, young boy. You won't get trapped again. All of you will get trapped and die.
Yes.
You will all die.
You will all die, each and every one of you. Except for you. And maybe you. You'll come back later on.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Zeus pops up to tell his little baby that he's proud of him making.
Baby.
He does. He turns up and goes, I'm so proud of you, son.
Oh.
Joe, I just left my seed in your mum without her permission.
Of all the
Disappeared.
birds I've jizzed in, you've turned out to be the best. And he's like, tell you what, you can come up to Olympus with me. Come and be mates with your old papa. And he's like, you should be in jail, dude.
You should be in jail. What you've done is very, very wrong, Zeus. You should not be doing that.
Bad Zeus.
But yeah, he turns around, doesn't he? He's trying to say, like, no, come live with one of the gods instead. Or we'll offer you more than once. Yeah. He's like, well, good.
I don't want to have to refuse you twice. Yeah. And then he goes, fine, here's your child support. Chucks him a coin. Nice gold coin.
It's expensive where you're going.
Oh, yeah.
Supposedly. So after finding out about Zeus's plan, so Perseus' plan, the two bounty hunters like, nah, mate, I'm going to pop down to Argos.
I'm out.
Watch out to get destroyed instead. They also leave the rest of the djinns. They walk off saying, yeah, I'm not going to the Underworld. Because that's where they got to go to get Medusa.
Yep.
But they also leave him a nice little shield that they crafted from one of the giant scorpions.
Yes.
It's got like brass on the inside and hard shield on the outside from the shell of the scorpion. Now this leaves the group down to 7. 5 men, Io and Groot.
And, yeah. And they're all like, I've called this a fellowship of Medusa.
Yes. It really is, mate. It really is.
Very Lord of the Ringsy.
She tries to give a little bit of a speech, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I've known 4 good men. I've only known 1 good man in my life who's my father.
Yeah.
And now I know you knew, and whatever you are.
Yeah, and the woman. But then they go to the Underworld, which... How the hell did they get to the Underworld?
They're not there yet, are they? Because they've got to get to the ferryman.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, but they've got to walk to the entrance of the Underworld.
Yeah, God knows.
And they head to the entrance, and it's kind of like this Underworld, obviously. And then they're waiting for the ferry, but no one bothered to check the schedule.
No.
They're like, what time did you say the ferry's coming? Oh, I forgot to check. It's like, oh, for God's sake. Could be any time. Has anyone who's got the ticket?
Yep. Flips the coin up in the air, do heads or tails, whether to swim. Groot grabs it, looks at him like, stupid humans.
Yeah.
Throws the coin and it skims across summoning the ferryman. Big boat pretty much just instantly turns up, thinking the guy must have been on a cig break around the corner. That's what all that smoke was. Vaping that.
Like, what was that coin going? Oh, shit, someone wants me. Like, break over.
Yep.
But imagine, right, going to hell, or wherever it is, the Underworld, right? You arrive. How do you get the job of pulling the boat?
I don't know, but it kind of reminded me of Michonne from The Walking Dead. There were the 2 zombies in the chains.
Yeah. Yeah, because like they come walking out the water, 2 guys pulling the chains, and I'm like, obviously there's no wind down there, but surely you got an oar or something. A bit harsh to make them walk along the bottom of the water pulling a chain.
Do you get an engine on the back?
Well, I don't know if they have an engine.
2-stroke.
You at least have some oars for some people.
Oh, yeah, true.
The road thing. Just a 2-stroke.
Sorry, my engine's broke. I've got these guys pulling me.
Yeah, but it's like, how do you get that job in hell?
Oh, maybe it's sign up for it. Yeah. Maybe they have Indeed.
Maybe.
Something like that.
You have to audition.
Io gives us a backstory on Medusa that she was once a beautiful until Poseidon came for her. She then ran to Athena's temple. Poseidon then got her, and then Athena cursed her. It's a bit unfair.
It's a bit unfair, yeah, because he basically rapes her on the temple floor of Athena's temple.
Yeah, and she was disgusted.
And she was like, "Ah, you're really bad. Did you have to jizz in her hair? Jesus."
Hence the snakes.
Left her looking like Megan Fox. Yeah, hence the snakes. Yeah, jizzed in her hair. Snakes grew out. She's like,
he ticks it there again.
Yeah.
That's comedy.
Yeah. Is it?
Okay.
Is it though?
This boat must be like the frigging TARDIS.
Yes.
Because it's quite small up above. But then when Io and Poseidon, or Perseus go down deck, right, she just disappears.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, fuck, where did you go?
Where the hell did she go?
It's an open plan boat.
Yeah. And it's full of holes in the side as well. So how's it even floating?
I don't know. But she's just literally running around, keeps losing him. She's jumping out every so often, giving him a little punch or something.
It's like kidney punch and running off. But the thing as well is, just when she finishes telling the story, she says, I can't come with you to the temple. And they're like, oh, God, we were hoping you were going to carry on stalking us because, no one invited you here, love. Anyway, she goes, women are not allowed in the temple. Well, what if they identify as a man?
True.
Try explain that one.
True.
Try get to the temple. You can't come in, love. But I identify as a man. It's like,
not XY.
All right,
or XX or whatever it is.
Yeah. But I was wondering, like, it's like, oh, I can't come. I identify as a woman.
I feel like a little barrier when she walks in.
Yeah.
Goes, beep, 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 beep.
It's a little questionnaire. What gender do you identify as?
Yeah. What are you? Are you this? Tick box.
Yeah. Okay, you can come in. Sorry, mate.
Solon interrupts the moment between the two. We're approaching Medusa's lair.
Yep.
How did he know? He's never been there before. Does the boat have a little bus schedule when it arrives?
It must do. Next stop, Medusa's lair. Next stop.
He's never been there before. He's like, oh yeah, I recognise that rock. Yeah,
do you not see all the flashing lights over the entrance saying Medusa's place, Medusa's place?
Like Las Vegas, I swear. Little chapel.
Yeah.
The chapel of Medusa.
Gift shop on the way out. Get your souvenirs. Get your souvenirs.
Like the one from the nun. Get your crosses. Come on, guys. Get your crosses.
Get your statues here. Freshly made statues. That's what she does with all the men she kills. She sells them on.
Yeah, it's some woman outside selling statues like safeguarding.
Basically.
This one's got a waterfall.
Yeah.
This one's got this.
This one comes complete with a bow and arrow. Oh, Jesus.
Make a fortune, mate.
You would, mate. Lifelike statues.
Bro.
That's it.
She's a stonemason.
She is. She is, mate. The original stonemason.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, do you think she turns everybody to stone without helping it, or does she force it?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean...
A look.
I don't know.
Because when she does it with that Groot guy, she looks at him and then tries to...
Yeah, and then tries to do it. Maybe. Maybe she can't turn it on and off.
Yeah.
Just gives him the stink eye.
That stink idea.
No, you do not. So they go into the cave after Perseus sucks them off outside, like you say, telling them they're the best men he's ever had, and woman. And then Medusa starts playing with them, doesn't she? Cackling in the dark and firing arrows at them, and yeah.
I did like this scene. This whole scene was really good.
The only thing that I think let it down is up to now the CGI has been really good, but the CGI on Medusa just seemed to be lacking on a few of the scenes.
Yeah. A little bit. It wasn't as good as like Scorpions and stuff.
Like the bit where she's chasing him, like he's trying to run away is kind of bait. It just seemed a bit, just didn't seem the best.
Oh, the whole scene was literally CGI, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, the whole scene was obviously, but there was just a particular part where he's running around and she's chasing him. And it just didn't. Yeah. Anyway,
so pretty much everybody dies here at the moment. So we get Solon gets pushed off the edge into the lava.
Yep.
Groot blows himself up for no reason.
Yeah. So he decides to become a suicide bomber randomly.
Generally, right? Why?
Doesn't work on wooden penises. I don't know.
Yeah, because like say she tries to turn him to stone when he's trapped.
And he's just like, kind of reminded me of Predator.
Yeah, but if it didn't turn him into stone, why did he have to blow himself up?
I don't know.
Because that done nothing to her anyway.
I mean, he could have just kept her distracted.
Yeah. Just like that, going, ha, go on, keep looking at me.
Yeah, keep looking at me,
Perseus
bitch.
sneaks over, slices her head off, done.
You can't turn wood to stone, bitch.
Yeah.
It's like,
Draco gets shot with one of the arrows, but then
Yeah.
survives for the time being.
is it me, or do you think Draco had to die? Because
No.
he's kind of dangling from a kind of rock, isn't he? And then he makes it fall, and it falls onto Medusa, kind of stabbing her tail, keeping
Yep.
her in one place. But then he just kind of says, right, I'm done now.
Just stands there in front of
Yeah,
him.
just like, hey, Perseus, nice knowing you, dude. Medusa, ready when you are, love.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So then he dies. I can't say this bloody name. Eusebius
Eusebius.
and Ajax get turned to stone with the stone vision.
Are they the ones where one of them's going, keep your head down, and then turns round and he gets turned to stone because he doesn't keep his head down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they brothers?
I don't know.
It seemed like they were brothers.
It was like some guy I didn't recognise, Nicholas Holt, on it.
Yeah.
Nicholas Holt.
Um,
But one of them, Nicholas Holt, he kind of gets turned mid-air because when he lands, his statue breaks.
yeah,
It's like,
discount.
shit, I was hoping to sell that one.
Yeah, discount.
Yeah.
Have to glue it together later.
Anyone want to buy just the head?
be.
Yeah.
Could be. Using a brass shield from what the bounty hunters made him,
Yeah.
he uses that as a bit of a mirror. It's edging backwards. But I thought when Draco, like say, stabbed her with a big rock,
Yeah.
that pinned her down.
Yeah.
Didn't. She's just moving around.
Well, yeah, good shout, because then when he does chop her head off, the rest of the body falls into the lava, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good shout. Unless... No, I don't know. Because I didn't see it taken out at any point, did you?
It's pretty much straight onto it. So as he's walking backwards, she's coming towards him.
Yeah. Could you
So
imagine,
then-
though, like, do you know, like, when he chops the head off and then the body falls into the lava because it's right on the edge?
Mm.
What if the head had kind of fell off into the lava? They'd have been a bit screwed then.
Yeah. Yeah, to be like, nice knowing you, Argos.
Yeah.
Enjoy your flatbacks.
Yeah, it'd be like, I'm glad I'm like 10,000 miles away, wherever they are now.
Pretty much 10,000
Enjoy your
miles. Yeah.
flatbacks, yeah.
We're walking for 9 days or so.
Yeah.
So after defeating the Titan, he makes his way back outside to be greeted by Io as just screaming. It seems a bit like more of an orgasm instead of pain. And the old king has penetrated her from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Picks her up. It didn't seem like a scream of pain, did it?
It
when she
did, no,
it?
no.
Yeah, it was a little bit like...
Sounded like pleasure.
Yeah.
But it turns out she can die.
Yeah, she can die.
Yeah.
All she needs is a bit of a poking.
Yeah, she just needs a poking from the rear.
Yeah. So the old king kills her. Perseus gets picked off, and then picks up his sword. Is one from the gift from the gods.
Yes,
He defeats the king by doing parkour,
pretty much.
and then as he stabs the king, the old king turns around and says, "Don't become one of them." As he dies.
It's kind of like a Hades jizz breath kind of leaves him, doesn't it? And he kind of almost becomes sane again.
Yeah.
He goes, "Don't become one of them, Perseus. Don't do it. Don't get ready. Good night now. Each ended." I don't know where I'm going
Just
with
make
that.
sure both parties agree on what they're doing. What
And
they
then
need
his-
to do.
And then he goes to see, get consent. But then he runs over. He goes, "Oh, consent. Io's still alive." he runs over to her and goes, "There's no time to go back. Look, the eclipse is starting, and may as well just stay here and poke you in the rear."
It looked like he was going to start doing that because he lies down next to his hands literally on a fire. I was like, "Where are you going with this, mate?"
Yeah.
I know,
And
she's
she's
dying.
like, "Need to go," and he's like, "No, we got time." She's like, "No, the eclipse is starting." He's like, "No, I'm gonna stay here." He's like, "No, Perseus, go," and he's like, "This guy's just not getting it. Fine, dust mode." And then
She's like, no one in his fucking fisherman family pretended to be dying.
"I know." She's like, Jesus, the only way we're going to get rid of you is just to evaporate.
That's literally it. Yeah. One lot drown, and she just evaporates.
I know.
I get a hint, Perseus.
I know, Jesus Christ, dude, you're annoying.
But luckily for him, though, the black Pegasus turns up.
Yeah.
And jumps on, flies back to Argos.
That was very lucky timing, though, wasn't it?
Very lucky timing, but I've got a few questions about this little section.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. How did the Pegasus find them into the Underworld?
Oh, shit, yeah, because they're still in the Underworld at that point, aren't they?
Yes. 2, I thought the only way to get to the Underworld was by the ferryman. So how did he fly out?
Good shout.
Number 3, how did he get back to Argos before the eclipse had finished when it had already started? Bearing in mind, it had taken them 3 days to walk to the witches, then a further 7 days to walk to where he is now. It was a total of 10 days before the eclipse
And the
started.
eclipse had just started, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, he manages to fly back in like 2 minutes.
Yes.
That must be a very fast horse.
It fucking is.
Either that or they were really slow walkers.
Yeah. It's like a quarter of a mile down the road, just kicking the feet.
Imagine that they get to the Underworld and they're like, oh, there's Argos over there. I can see it. Hiya!
Hey guys, you all right? Don't worry, look, I've got the head. Turns everyone's stone.
Look, everyone! No, actually, don't. Oh, shit.
Shit.
Anyone want a
killed the
statue?
Statues, get your statues.
Statues.
Oh, shit.
But Argos, it pivots into statue sales.
Back up in Olympus, Hades tells Zeus it's time and receives the command to release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken!
Why did Zeus go ahead with this plan?
Because at this point, he thinks Hades is still kind of helping him out.
But then he is actually helping Perseus to stop the whole thing.
Well, I think Zeus's plan is to kind of scare them into submission. So they'll start praying to him, saying, please don't do it, please don't do it. But no one kind of in Argos kind of thought, like, maybe we should start praying to Zeus and, and say, please, Zeus, save us. And Zeus would have gone, all right, I'll call it all off. Don't you worry.
Yeah, but from the man's point of view, the only person they see is Hades.
Well,
so they think Hades is the saviour.
Well, Hades is the one that's... I know they think Hades is the one they need to appease, isn't it? Because they think, obviously, Hades setting all this off. But yeah, maybe the... But because it turns out a bit later on that Hades gets his power from fear and what have you, which is basically what he's forcing upon them now. So Hades is getting stronger as Zeus is getting weaker because no one's actually worshipping.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have a little bit of a talk, don't they?
Yeah, so somehow now, though, back in Argos, the preacher's pretty much running the show.
Somehow.
What happens when you let the church and state become the same thing? And then they come and take Andromeda. They're like, right, where's this princess bitch? Come on, go and get her. And she pretty much comes willingly, doesn't she?
Yeah. I think she knows what the situation is.
Yeah.
She's willing to be sacrificed for it.
She's like, oh, for God's sake, people keep asking me to be sacrificed. Fine.
Really good scene now, actually, with the Kraken as it starts to attack the city.
Yeah.
Tentacles coming out, smashing everything.
Why did they put the princess up on the city walls and tie her up for the Kraken to take her? When all Hades said was, you just need to sacrifice her. So why did he just kill her?
Good point. Or did it have to be the Titan that sacrificed the two?
Sure. Because he never said you have to wait for well, he wasn't very detailed, was he? But he didn't say you have to wait for the Kraken to arrive to kill the princess. He just said it's one or the other. Either kill the princess or the Kraken's coming in 10 days.
Maybe he said that so they'll try and kill the princess prior. And then he turns around and goes, ha! You got to sacrifice her to the Kraken.
Maybe because they'd already reached the deadline and the Kraken had already been released, maybe. So if they'd done it before the eclipse, they could have just got stabby and everything would have been fine.
Possibly.
But because he'd already said, release the Kraken.
Why were the boats in the harbour?
Huh?
Why were the boats in the harbour?
I don't know. You think they'd have moved, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You think they'd have gone, you know what? If I was in that city and I had a boat, I'd be like, I'm going to go wait this out in the middle of the ocean. See you in a bit.
Yonder.
Yeah.
I'll be yonder.
I would not be there. I would be yonder too, mate.
I would not be sitting there thinking, right, okay, I've got first row seats here.
Yeah.
Let's just sit out and watch what happens.
Love a
Got
picnic.
little jam sandwiches.
Jam sandwich.
As they get wiped out.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. But then we quickly cut back to Olympus again, and this is where Hades reveals his plan that he's getting stronger, and Zeus tries to give him the karate chop, and Hades goes, no! And then Zeus tells him, well, there's still a demigod in Argos.
The way Hades looks at him, he goes, oh shit, I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, oh, fucking hell, I forgot about Dave.
Why did you tell him? Why did you tell him that was your only sleeve? Your only card with your sleeve at the end. Hades forgot about him. He's like, oh, yeah, actually, I need to go kill him, don't I?
So Perseus arrives on his horse as the Kraken's getting all tentacly, but then doesn't realise he can, like, I don't know, fly up, because he just flies through it all. And it's like, dude, you're on a flying horse. Fly over it, don't fly through it.
Yes.
Jesus.
Classic trope.
It is.
It is classic.
Well, Hades sends his little demons, what did you call them before?
Pixies.
Harpies, after them to try and stop him, and they have a little mid-air flight. And while the Kraken's kind of getting all smashy, Kraken smash!
Yeah. There could have been a bit more of a sucker burst or something.
Could have been.
No,
they were basically like flying demon, kind of, like almost like flying zombies.
Yeah.
But
then scene again, though, wasn't it, when they were chasing him?
Yeah,
because they grab the head of Medusa, don't they?
Yeah,
they swear it down and go yoink.
Yeah, they steal it from him, and then Perseus is kind of chasing them, and they're flying through the city, and we get like a little scene of like the king kind of going through the city as well, like, oh, what the hell's going on? And he's kind of like, you know, I think is he looking for his daughter at this point? Anyway, they steal the head, and then Perseus is flying above, and he sees one of the demons below with the head, so he's like, I'll just jump off my horse. Goes flying through the air, grabs it, and just happens to land right behind where the princess is.
Happens to land there?
Yeah.
Yeah, right in the fire as well.
Yeah.
So he just jumps out the fire like, hey!
Hey!
Well, I did like it as well. Is during this whole scene, is one of them gets wrapped up in like a bed sheet that's hanging. Yeah. It drops down, and you have all the people in the street run over, start hitting it. With the shoes and the sandals.
And then we get with the Nikes, and then and then we get a little cut of the two hunter guys who had disappeared are now riding a scorpion through the city, helping out. Yeah, that's what I mean about like the character development and stuff. It's like, oh, them two are there. Okay. Are they
just for a little cameo.
Are they special in some way? It's like, oh, hey, Perseus, we're walking here.
Hey, you're walking here.
Hey, I'm walking here. Yeah, exactly. And somehow they've got themselves a scorpion.
Yeah. So, like, say, when you would say about this film is a little bit too rushed. Now, this whole scene could have been really, really good, big scene where the Kraken's fighting Perseus, a little bit of, something to it.
Or even like
it was really good CGI when it came up.
It was
really, really good.
Or even like scenes of, I don't know, like the city trying to fight back with maybe like trebuchets or, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And like trying to hit it with like balls of fire and stuff like you do see in like other films.
Yeah.
Not just, oh shit, it's did we think of defending this place? Nah.
Good point. They had 10 days for defense.
Exactly.
There was no soldiers shooting it with arrows. It could have been like a proper good battle between all these little harpies and then the soldiers.
Yeah.
Little fights. But then all that happens is Perseus just runs up the ramp where the queen is, where the princess.
Yeah.
Holds up the head and then turns it to stone.
It's a good job that the Kraken stuck its head out the water. Because he was doing a lot of damage just flowing its tentacles about the place. And then it comes up, he's like, I smell princess pussy.
I knew you were going to say that. I was waiting for it.
And it comes up like, and then it's like, surprise! But does Medusa's head only work on men? And if so, it's a good job the Kraken's a man.
Good point.
Or is it just that, well, she pretty much says it don't work on men, does it? Female, sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's a good job the Kraken's a man.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Kraken turns to stone just as the king comes in and goes, Andromeda. And the preacher goes, may as well kill her now anyway. You know, I'm probably going to be in the shit for this. And the king tries to stop him and he turns around and stabs the king.
Yeah, just shanks him.
Yeah, just like
then he looks up, stone hand of the Titan is above him. It just crumbles, falls, kills them both.
Kills them both. And then the princess falls into the water. and Perseus jumps in to get him.
Well, just before that, Hades appears.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Hades appears. Yeah.
So he appears like literally 10 seconds. And then again, this is why it's rushed. It could have been a little battle between them two, but all he does is gets his sword, throws his little flashlight into him,
he
sends
gets
him back down to
lightning,
the Underworld.
He goes, "Daddy, give us a hand, like." And he electrocutes him and he throws it and sends him back. And it's like, all right, bye, Hades, then.
So that's gone.
In a bit.
And then, like you say, Perseus then jumps off this 300-foot tower into the water. Princess is kind of dead already because she's been underneath the water for, 5-10 minutes?
Well, she's only been with Perseus for 2 minutes and she's already trying his family's trick. she's like, no, don't rescue me. Don't rescue me.
Yeah. And then they wash up on the beach.
Well, when I first watched this, right, I thought that he'd been rescued and then he'd been on the horse because for some reason they're now miles away from the city to the fact that the ship's coming. So how far have they washed up? But the first time I watched it, I thought they'd been on the horse and the horse had just chucked them off.
I thought that.
Onto the
horse
sand.
is waking them up.
Oh, yeah. Because I was thinking, Jesus, the horse, maybe it could have landed before he just threw them both off onto the beach.
Yeah. So the horse has been watching where they've washed up on.
Yeah.
Came down, woke them both up. But like you say, you see out in the distance, the ships are going looking for her.
Yeah.
So how long have they been out of it for? For the army to then get all the guys prepared for 3 huge ships to go out looking for her. They're underneath the water for God knows how long.
But at the beginning as well, when they bring Perseus back to the city, they say to they said, "Oh, has anyone else arrived back?" And they literally say to the guy, "No, you're the only ship that's come back."
Yeah.
So where did the other ships come from? But anyway, so she goes, "Oh, the ships are coming for us," and he goes, "No, they're coming for you, love. Why are they coming for me?" And she goes, "Well, Argos is going to need a new king. Do you want the job?" And it's like, I don't think that's up to you, love. And first of all, you don't know this guy, so why would you just offer him the kingdom?
Well, technically, if she got married to him, would have been a king.
So basically, she's like, you know what, Perseus, in this kind of light, you kind of look all right. Do you want to...
Yeah. You got me wet more than once.
Yeah.
One different type.
Yeah, very wet. And he's like, nah. Everyone I love just tends to kind of try and leave me.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And then he flies around on his little horse, meets up with his daddy.
Daddy.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
Daddy, yeah.
Who then offers him a place in Olympus as a god.
Well, they meet by his foot, don't they? The foot of the statue, literally.
Yeah, it's literally a foot of statue, yeah.
It's like...
Then, after a little bit of a speech about being better to a man than what he was, he's not go around, doing stuff with women without consent.
Yeah.
He then brings back Io, back from the dead.
Yeah.
It's a little bit awkward, right? Because... they haven't been on a first date. They haven't kissed. And she's the one who's been brought back from the dead. He's like, hey, son, look, there's a 300-year-old pussy for you. Now, personally, if it was me, I'd be like, right, 1 minute, Dad. I appreciate what you're trying to do, right? But once she's old as fuck, right? You put a curse on her, right? So I'm probably going to die before she will anyway, right? Can you bring back my mum, dad, and my sister? No, since it was your brother that killed them.
They're technically not dead, but
Yeah, that's when he whispers, goes, just go down to the marketplace.
Yeah, fruit seller. Get down to Asda. The other thing as well, right? Not only is she 300 years old, she's obviously frigid as fuck because that's how she ended up in that state in the first place.
True.
She stalked him since birth. And the other point is, didn't he just have a talk about consent? Be better than we were.
Yeah.
But before I leave, here's a woman for you.
Yeah. True.
Word of advice, if you shapeshift into someone else, you don't put up a fight. What? How do you think you came here, son?
Yeah.
So now what, you're friends now, are you?
That's it. All is forgiven.
Yeah.
And then credits.
Woo!
Yeah.
Right.
By the way, we've got to say we don't condone any of the incidents what the gods do.
Oh God, no.
No. Always get consent.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
We take it. We say stuff now, but we're just light-hearted. No, don't mean anything.
No, we don't condone any of it in the slightest. I think it's really ridiculous what the gods have been doing.
Now we've finished the film, given it a nice little review, roast, and step-by-step walkthrough. We can now go through to clip quiz results.
Yes.
The Sky People have sent us a message that they can take whatever they want, and no one can stop them. But we will send them a message. You ride out as fast as the wind can carry you. You tell the other clans to come. Tell them Tarek Makto calls to them, and you fly now. With me, my brothers, sisters. We will show the Sky People that they cannot take whatever they want, and that this is our land.
Terminator Salvation.
Yes. Avatar.
Classic.
Speaking of Avatar, right, so this film, originally, the studio wanted it to be filmed in 3D, and then they changed their mind, and then Avatar came out and changed the game for 3D films, and then they were like, actually, let's make it 3D, so I think they spent an extra 10 million to turn the film into 3D in post-production.
This is?
Yeah, Clash of the Titans, yeah.
This would have been good in 3D as well.
It was in 3D, it was a...
Oh, I need to watch it then.
They did do it.
Need a 3D TV though as well.
You do. 3D kind of dead now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of died off quick. Good in cinema, like the Avengers. I remember watching one of them in 3D. It might be an Infinity War. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I bet.
But I'd say at home, it's just the glasses were shit, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. Like I've got my TV at home's 3D, and it does have them glasses and that, but I've never used.
Yeah, I spent a fortune on one like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
got a real big one. Got these like digital. The glasses we had, though, they were like sunglasses. We had to charge them up.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Yeah, they're like really good, watching the films. But then you got to pay like an extra 15 quid for the film. And then it's like, can you actually be arsed sitting there wearing sunglasses in the living room? Not the same, is it?
Like, I've literally never used mine. No. Never. They're still in the packaging in the drawer under the telly.
Yeah.
Never bothered.
No, same. Okay, this section we gave out the awards. We gave out the following awards. If you want to play along, let us know down below in comments or contact us on
sixandbelowpodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
Please like and subscribe, please.
Please. If you want to play along as well for future ones, so an example, next week's film, if you join our Discord down below or on YouTube as well, I'll put on there every so often what films we're going to be coming up, like the next 4 or 5 films that'll be in the community section on the YouTube. So if you want to play along for any of them films, if you email us, just put, say, awards for, say, Clash of the Titans. When we come to record that episode, we will read them out at this section, so you can play along live.
Yeah. What film are we doing next week?
Not too sure yet.
Or next
I'll
episode?
let you know after your awards.
Okay, all right.
Because we have to cut off, do the randomator, and then come back.
Okay. So,
first one.
Best actor?
Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Unfortunately, we might have to change that soon.
What?
I might have to change it.
What? To what?
Because hopefully it's not true, but there's been allegations of Mr. Denzel with the Diddy list.
Denzel?
Allegedly.
Oh,
so,
Denzel?
I hope not. I really like Denzel.
I do. Denzel.
But yeah, King Kong Award, Best Actor.
Do you want me to go first?
I was in... I couldn't make my mind up between 2 what stood out the most. It was either Draco or Hades.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right. And I think I'm going to stick with my original. I think I'm going to go for Draco.
So Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. I gone for Hades, Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
Ray Fiennes.
It was between them two. And I thought the guy who played Draco done it really well.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But like you say, the thing what...
No wrong answers, mate. No wrong answers.
The thing what probably pushed Draco over Hades the most is, like you said before, you made that point, it's Voldemort.
Yeah, he's very, very Harry Potter-ish.
Yeah. Whereas this guy is playing something different.
But it works, a malevolent bad guy. It kind of works.
It does really work. It's really, really good.
Stick with it, innit? So,
yeah. Right. Worst actor, a.k.a. the Golden Seagull.
Steven Seagal. I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
That's right. The Golden Seagull Award is right here if you're watching on YouTube or Spotify. We actually do the videos now.
I think we should have to whisper. Whisper like the whisperer himself. So, my worst actor is, drum roll please, Sam Worthington.
Was it?
Yeah.
No.
Mate, he had the range of a plank.
I went for it the very first time. I was thinking, do you know what? He's not done quite well there, holding it for his own as a lead role.
Know, the only thing I've kind of seen him where he diversifies is when he's playing a blue alien in Avatar. Even when he's like playing him like the human version of him in that film, he just plays the same guy. Just, he's basically, you could take the guy from Terminator and put him in this and he'd be the same person.
Oh, it is?
Well, yeah. But I mean, acting wise, it's...
I know, yeah.
It's
character.
literally, he plays the character exactly the same.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Overall, though, I didn't think he'd done too bad.
Because if it turned out that he happened to be a Terminator during this, I'd have been like, oh, okay. Makes sense. Or in Terminator, if he turned out to be a demigod.
Yeah. I've gone for Nicholas Holtz.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't really do too much, to be fair.
No.
It wasn't massively bad, but like, it was quite a bad reaction when he seen his brother or his best mate get killed. He turned around, he was like, oh!
Yeah,
I was like that.
I suppose. I just think with obviously Sam Worthington leading the film, he just kind of, I don't think he gave his A game, to be honest. He just comes across mopey all the time.
True.
I mean, to be fair, he was a baby who was found in a cupboard or a box in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, it's got to affect you a little bit, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
All them nets he gets caught in.
Best character.
Draco.
Draco?
Yeah.
Okay. I've gone for a joint.
Yeah.
Best character. And it's the Bounty Hunters.
Really?
Yeah, I liked them. Mainly the chubbier one.
I don't know. I just don't think they were flushed out enough to even care about them or anything. Or
Nah, they're a bit of like a comic relief type thing, especially the fat one. He was alright. Worst character?
Io.
Yeah, could have went for her as well, to be fair. I went for Axis.
Who?
The guy who's playing the flute and stuff.
Oh, yeah, cannon fodder.
Didn't really do too much, cannon fodder.
I just thought Io because all she does is just follow them around. Occasionally filling in bits of expo.
Yeah, true. Hot Babe?
Hot Babe, Andromeda. I think Gemma Arterton's fit, don't get me wrong, but I just think in this, they somehow made her look uglier than usual. Not that she's not ugly in here, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I've gone for the same.
Yeah. You haven't though, had you?
Yeah, it was.
You'd gone for Io, and you'd gone for Gemma Arterton.
Originally, mate, it was the dead mum.
The dead mum? Yeah, she was pretty tasty. I forgot about the dead mum.
But obviously, when she was alive.
Fair enough.
3 things you liked about it.
Okay, so I like the bit where he reveals he's Zeus's son. When he turns around and he goes, "And your papa."
Oh, yeah.
Papa Zeus. Yeah. I like the witches scene. I thought that was quite good.
Yeah.
And overall, I enjoyed the CGI of it, other than, like I said, that one section of Medusa. It's kind of like they got to that point of the film and was like, meh.
Yeah. Mine is the overall story and the mythology. I like the whole everything like that anyway. I love all that stuff. The fight scenes overall were good. Like I say, just too many good things to pick out, really. And CGI for the times, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
The scorpions and Medusa was a little bit lacking, but the witches, the whole thing was just really, really good, the way they did it.
It was good. Like I said to you before we started filming, my only criticism with this film is I think they should have either made it longer or made it into a two-parter, because all of it just felt a bit rushed. It just felt like they weren't kind of flushing the characters out very well.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, it could have been a two-parter.
It could have been.
I suppose if this was going to be made in like 2025,
yeah,
they probably would do it as a two-parter.
They probably
look
would.
At Wicked for an example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To do part 1 then part 2.
Or even like, like the Lord of the Rings series and stuff like that. It's like they could have split it up. Yeah. I'm not sure what they would have filled it with, but I just think some of the characters could have been had a bit more screen time and made you actually care about them a bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
In some ways.
Yeah, good character building. Rating out of 10.
Because it's like the original film from 1981 it's 2 hours. Obviously, it's got 20 minutes more than this, but...
What's the rating on it, do you know?
6.9.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. So what did you rate this one?
This one, I'd probably say about 6.5.
I've gone for 7.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anna said about 7, my wife.
Did you?
Yeah, she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Don't
My
get me
missus
wrong,
did as well.
It wasn't enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. Great story, great premise. You know, it's a story literally as old as time. You know, the ancient Greek myths and stuff like that. But like I say, it could have just been a bit more to it.
Yeah, definitely did need that little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, especially the ending.
Yeah.
The ending just felt really rushed.
Yeah, I'd probably say it was an 8 if the actual made it a bit more epic at the end.
Yeah, it should have been. Clash of the Titans, to me, should be an epic. It should be like a 2.5 hour film, you know, or like I say, 2-parter.
Yeah, definitely. Moving over now to the Wall of Fame. So we have 3 different sections. We have one to skip, worth a watch, and a must see.
I know where you're going to want to put it.
I'm going to say must see, yeah.
Let's see. I'd probably say worth a watch, to be honest.
Come on, it's the best one we've done.
It's not the best one we've done.
It generally is. We've both rated it highest than what we rated in the other films.
I don't think we have.
Yeah.
I don't think we have.
It's better than Street Fighter. Better than Terminator Salvation.
To be honest, I'd say watch the original.
Yeah, the original's really good.
Yeah.
No, but going off, obviously, we say must see. It's more of like a good recommendation for us.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say, yeah, it's entertaining. Yeah, I'd say must see. Yeah.
Must see?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Jot, let us know what next week is going to be.
So next week, according to the generator, we're going to be doing Final Destination 2, which is a 6.2 on IMDb. But what's that you're saying? You can't rate a film that's above 6. Well, on Rotten Tomatoes, it's actually 51 critics and 58 audience. Ooh. So it's still below the 60% on both. So guess what, guys? Final Destination 2 for next episode.
That is it.
So feel free to join us then. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe.
Why not?
Yeah.
Tell your nan.
Tell your bloody nan. Tell that bitch.
So I'll go wrap it up right now. I've been Darren.
I've been Erik.
Thank you very much for watching Six and Below Movie Podcast.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.